This is Sharkade. Or have you forgotten? I sure have. I haven't been around in a little while. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I gotta get my voice back. Whoa. So, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, then you'll probably have noticed that I've played this before. We sippin' the shark. Is that something a cult would do? So, if you watch the YouTube stuff, you've noticed I probably made a video of this game where I was really bad at it because this was my very first time. That's all you know of my progress in this game. If you watched me on Twitch more often, you probably have noticed I streamed this game a couple times thereafter, and I was okay at the game. Now I'm better at it. I've completed most of the stuff that's in here. All the diamond rank stuff. But they updated the game recently, and I thought, well, if I'm gonna come back, why not do something... why not do something on here that's brand new? I don't know some of these things, so it's weird. The death drink. That's not me. Well, let's see, they made this look different, but it looks like it's just the same weapon. Oh my god, no, it fires differently too. Okay. So it lobs giant purple balls at things. That's cool. Blah, blah, blah. How about the lightning scepter? Or the... oh wait, ice staff is... maybe that's different too, I don't know. No, that shoots the same still. It's very overpowered too. Interesting. The things they do. How about... I guess, wait, is the lightning staff really the only, or is this the only new weapon then? I'm willing to try it. I figured there'd be more new things. I mean, outside of whatever this is over here. The giant missile. The doomsday nuke. Mini? I don't know. It seemed like it was gonna be bigger than that, but I don't know. All the melees are... oh! Katana. Finally, my Hayabusa armor. I can finally has recon. Wow. Hey kids, isn't that a funny joke? You remember that from before you were born. Anyways, let's see. How about we use the key and we'll get one of these new things. I guess because of... it's basically gonna end up being one of these three things. I'll either get the airstrike, this... I guess they could have added new power-ups too, so I guess I should probably not assume. And they have Katana over here, but I can only have one of these. Reminds you of the Mega Missile in Descent? Yeah, I kind of love... it kind of does look like that. I love the Mega Missile. It's the one thing I could use to blow myself up indefinitely. All the time. It's fun. I would have loved to play Descent on this channel again, but I don't think people like that game. I don't know. Maybe I just played it at the wrong time. I love Descent. Descent is great. Oh, also, I was assuming I'd have my gold skin on because I figured usually it grandfathers you in even if you don't have all the challenges unlocked, which I don't anymore now because they updated the game again. But that's okay. Usually it's just beating everything on nightmare difficulty, which I totally intend to do today. There's a reptile. That was a Skrillex music. Regal. I keep having this one and that one goes away too. And Damascus. Well, that's pretty neat. I hope I get that one. I'll become Dark Krabu. By the way, I did update that on the YouTube side as well. I think you guys should have a thumbnail there that has Krabu on it. Oh! This is what I always wanted. How does it shoot? It's just a spammy version of that other one. I mean, and it does the lightning status. But, great. They made a spiritual sequel to Descent called Overload. Yeah, and I played that on this channel too, and guess what it did? It... I guess it wasn't very well optimized or something, because it would always rev my CPU all the way to 100, and then it would just start losing frames all over the place. Whenever I would start the game up. It always made me feel bad. I could practically never play it on the channel because it would just screw with OBS. I don't know if it was an OBS problem or a game problem, but either way, it just did not work. And that made me sad. So I can only use this once per run. I think I'm already set up to Nightmare. Or not. Let's chill a little bit. We don't gotta go crazy. It's worth the same anyways. Don't know why they didn't update that either, but that's fine. Everything's overheated. Does he say overheated? That's little Annie from episode 1, right? Doesn't he say everything's... Yeah, I guess he does. I didn't know if he actually said everything's overloaded. I'm getting gaslit on my Starware. Everything's overloaded. The robots will have a virus. Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's play the Nightmare. I'm not continuing. Whatever this was. Hi, Crete. And also, hi, Trico. I saw you before. And yep, Tar, I'm ignoring you. Take that. So I assume they probably have new bosses. Maybe even... I don't know. I didn't check the update things. I'm going in mostly unprepared. These guys do like rushing at me, though. Everybody's rushing. Wait, does this make me... Does this make me do the peach hover? Whoa! And I look like I'm being electrocuted. That's graphic. No! My poor crab. But yeah, I guess I can do the peach hover. I can just fly in the air. You weren't able to do that before. What's the regeneration chest? Why is it so big now? What did I do to earn this? Let's see. I'm gonna take the uppercut. That's cool. I guess the game decided to give me an extra chest for no reason. Maybe that's part of the Nightmare thing. Great, I love it. I already sense great things with this weapon, especially because I can kind of just cave those guys in with all the weapon shot I'm doing. What was that sound? Sounds like people are screaming. Why is that happening? I'm hearing a bunch of... Why? This game only has pain and agony now. And suffering. Death, I fear. Okay, well I don't get the cool chest a second time. But that's okay. Should I get more lightning? Level 2? Why not? Armored enemies, they can't handle me. Oh, this is... well, not. I think they already had this before. It just looks weird because it's night now. Ow! I did not dodge very good. I guess I gotta really arc these shots because it doesn't exactly work the way that I would expect it to. Also, I can't kill these lightning ants because I am lightning. I probably could, it'd just take forever. Come on! Come on, step it up! I think you mean Ultra Shark. I'm at least glad that the dodging works the same way, because you might have noticed it looked like I got hit there, but I didn't actually. Taste grenade. It's the only thing I can do to these guys. I wonder if those fire elites that everybody complained about are totally OP as well. Wasn't that always the joke before? It was always, whenever somebody would say shock, we just said shark. Maybe I should have just gotten that guy's face so it wouldn't have taken so long. Okay guys, we're winning. Let's do the rapid fire. Let's do the... Eagle Eye, because I'm probably always far away from these guys. And let's fight an elite for no good reason. Whee! There is great danger here. His health bar has numbers. That's new. I somehow lit him on fire even though I'm out. Not supposed to. Okay, he's gone now. Epic. More health? Chance to get an extra chest when flawlessly clearing an island. I don't know if I'm going to show off that good today, but that'd be cool. I don't know. Also, health shot, I guess, is higher in rarity now, because I thought that used to be just a common thing you could get. Not no more. Let's go with, let's be greedy. That's always fun. Whoa, this is kind of new too. Give him the zip zap. Come on. Step it up. That's right, I'm healing. It does take a while to reload. I guess if I ever get the ability to upgrade that, I probably should. Good girl. Come on. It's a little tricky to use this weapon. It works really well with dashing though, so if I get one stamina, which is mainly why I took this, if I get one stamina, I'll be able to fly a lot. None of these are stamina. Guess I'll rapid fire some more. This place looks funny. This guy's still asleep. Oh! Ever since this game came out, this guy back here was supposed to come back with his usual charm, but he doesn't do it. Ooh. Time to scale. Can't get anything else though, but I just picked up something really good, so it's okay. We must awaken him. I think that'd be funny if they did add that to the game, where if you tried like meleeing or something, he'll just attack you to death. Wake up! His eyes are open. How graphic. What is this? Enhancement totem. I don't have enough money. I spent it all on the one thing I wanted most. Hi, Buzzkill. What, Risk of Rain 2? I've never played that. That's the guy with the snowball on his head, yes? I should probably be playing that someday. Why are all the enemies fire? Turn it off. Whoa! My needler is useless against him. How have you guys been since I've been away? I've been having an okay time. So let me tell you about the things I've gone through recently. I went to probably our favorite spot to go get pizza and brews and stuff, and I recently had a beer that tasted like sunscreen. It was great. I don't know why it tasted like that. It had hints of copper tone. That's what I told the people when I drank it. They gave me a new one because I thought it was weird tasting. I guess it was supposed to be really fruity and had like pomegranate and other stuff, but all I could taste was suntan lotion. I don't know, man. Sunscreen flavor, all the rage. I know. I think the reason why I would have easily thought that is because I'm playing a game on the beach right now. I think it's funny though because the chick that had served it to me, she was like, oh yeah, I'd probably feel like this is something you'd drink if you were on the beach. I'm just like, I guess. It simply tastes like I'm on the beach, but I accidentally drank whatever's inside the sunscreen bottle. Whoopsie. Let me take a drink of mine real quick. No, don't do it. Don't tell me you also have the same beer. Money is power? I do like that. That one's that's probably still good. I doubt they've nerfed that, right? I mean, they could have. Dashing reloads. That could be useful. For as much as I need to... You know what? I'm going to do this. I was already complaining about... Mango? Ooh. That's new. They put fruit in this game. I've had mango beer before too, and that tastes pretty good. This is supposed to be a family stream. Why are you talking about drinking like a drunkard? I don't do it all the time. I mean, I don't talk about it all the time on stream. No, I'm actually pretty good about not overdoing it. I'm one of those boring guys that only drinks a tiny bit, just for fun. But never on my stream. That's never have I ever. One of these times maybe I should do Drunken Halo. I don't know, that sounds like fun. Remember, that was the good old days. We played Halo Reach. And we had Jaeger forever. Yep, Tar knows. That was a YouTube video a long time ago until I deleted it. You have to have a drink before Sunny D. Sunny D? When's the last time I've had Sunny D? You would almost think that brand didn't exist anymore. I hate them all. I guess I'll take the recoil shot. Also, that's great marketing for Sunny D, by the way. If you don't want to get burnt from the insides, drink our drink. Why would that even happen, though? Wow, they just leaped at me. These skulls are crazy. Why are they so aggressive now? That's really cool, though. Look at that. I get to fly now. It's kind of fun. Can I make a D's nuts joke? That would be on brand, because I always seem to pull out the oldest humor of all time. Last time I streamed, it was about Homestar Runner, I think. Ow. I was pretty much asking for that. I guess I'm really glad this isn't Super Pro mode. Every time you take a hit, you just lose health all over the place. Guys, what's the oldest internet humor you can think of? Put it in the comments now. Oh, stamina! There we go. Now I'm going to be able to really fly. Well, if it lets me. Hang on. The more of these I get, the more I'm just going to be able to dash all over the place. I'd imagine this is still pretty broken. Every time you take a hit, you lose D. Well, that makes me think of something else. Every time I take a hit, the video speeds up. I become chipmunk. Upgrade might be cool. I didn't know that mango took up a space. What the heck? Ugh. I just thought I got to have it. Lame. Let's go random. Knock knock. Oh yeah, it's a pretty old one. That's the oldest joke I've ever heard. On the internet. The one where they say knock knock and I laugh. That was the joke, right? Flotation. You didn't say who's there. I didn't know that was a written agreement or anything. Why would I ever do that? I don't answer the door. Not in this day and age when my Ring doorbell will get it for me. Oh god. Yeah, doesn't that kind of date the joke, actually, now I think about it? Why even knock knock anymore? All you have to do is just lick the doorbell and then somebody will come rapidly. Or at least tell you, get off my porch, right now! I'm not speaking from experience, by the way. That never actually happened. Or did it? Okay, fine, who's there? I'll say it. Whatever makes the people happy. But if this were real life, I wouldn't say who's there. It's me. It's me. Allo? Is this the Numa song? I think it is. That's what he says. He says, allo. And you say, who's there? That's also old humor. See, I knew I had it in me. I don't know why they had to make the shockwave there look different, but whatever. Ooh, arcane. I do like arcane. Max health. I do need to find a way to make that go up too. I think I should take the fortitude. Or you can do it as the old days, I knock and run away. That's just kind of screwed up. Why would you even... You would break my heart if you did that. I can never get out of my head that it looks like that it says Super Crab there, but it's actually Sniper Crab. Regardless, they're still pretty scary. The Super Duper Crab. I do want that max health, but I want to try to not shoot it. I find it a little bit weird they added vomit sounds whenever the creatures die. I know that maybe very few people would even get it, but isn't that what happened in high school for Yeptar and I? We always had people that went blah, blah, blah. I don't know why they did it, but it's hilarious to me. Blah, 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 blah. So the knock knock who's there thing is from a song? I don't listen to music. How am I ever gonna know that? Ooh. What's the song called? I don't know if I remember it, to be honest. Crystal fertilizer? I do like Big Mag. I'll even take the fertilizer. That sounds fun. I might even go XL because I'm going crazy. It's not Toss. That's a lousy name for a song. No, I understand then. I think we should make a song called It's Not Toss. That would be pretty fun. And true to its name, it wouldn't be. It would have explicit content all over the place, and you would need to put that on your album cover. Yeah. The song's called Show. Oh, you can't say that. Is it really that bad, though? I guess I just don't know what that is. I would never use those words. I understand, though. Why would they say knock knock? You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to ask. Moving on. I've never liked the snowy biome, so I can't wait to be done and over with it. Mainly because of the boss. The boss is usually not a great spot to fight in. Unless they updated that. And if they did, I'll feel like the happiest sailor of all time. I need to be dodging better, but actually I'm not losing very much health whenever I get hit, so... So far, 1 out of 10. Not really a nightmare. Hello? I do think it's a little bit strange, though, that it gave me an extra regen item at the very beginning of the game. Maybe that's part of Nightmare? I don't know. Wondering why you're not new. What are these lyrics? Trust me, you do not want to imagine the Sharkade guy looking like that. That's why I turned the camera off. There's no need to see that. Actually, my camera was just poorly set up today, so I was just like, forget it. There's no need. Pew, pew. Bouncing shot would actually be really good with this. I mean, assume because it already does bounce a little bit, but it actually, well, it does a little bit, but it doesn't very much, so I would almost be willing to take that. I think I'll do. Something something in the month of May. What? No, that's Fallout. In the month of May. Okay, here we go. That's Fallout Boy, right? I still can never use this. How strange. Maybe I should finally take the arcane shot. But I also want, man... I can have both. At least a little of both. Am I still singing this song? You get to blame me as the guy who got the song stuck in your... I hate this arena. This is the one I was talking about. Oh god, and it's a lightning crab. I'll never beat him within the hour. And that's if I even survive. Matter of fact, I thought I wasn't doing anything to him at all, but I was just missing a lot. I guess my only hope, though, is if he just jumps off, then everything will be okay. That happens usually. Only problem... I mean, the worst matchup is an ice enemy, and this... Yes, goodbye! Haha! Instant win! And I got flawless, too, wow. I knew it would pay off. Flawless victory. Lightning ring? Lightning strength increased by 250, but poison no longer has any effect. I normally didn't like the rings that did this kind of thing, but my current situation would really work well with it. I don't know, though. Daggers? Let's see what's in here. Collector, is that new? No, it's not. It's just purple now. Checklist. Ah, more scaling. Yummy. Take more health. You never know what's gonna... I never know if it's gonna start getting nasty. Endurance? This is kind of temporary, so maybe I'll just take the endurance. I don't really know if I've ever streamed this while they had the desert biome added. It's possible. But if not, check it out. This is new. I'll even explain this tech since I'm on the YouTube side as well, but if you only ever saw me play this game for the very first time, I really wish I'd known about it, but there's definitely a tech you can use in here where you just where you're able to dash a lot just by holding shift, which I never did. I was too busy just standing in place, but you definitely want to take advantage of speed in this game to not get hit by stuff. It's very important. So all I really do, and you'll kind of notice that I'm maintaining a lot of momentum, but that's mostly because I'm jumping just as soon as I hit the ground, so I can keep dashing. As long as you do another jump and just hold shift the whole time, you're able to just dart all over the place. Oh, by the way, this is what that arcane wand used to look like. It used to look like just a Harry Potter stick. I guess it's nice they kept this in the game, but now that's not the wand anymore. He's bunny hopping. How is it you... I mean, we've talked so much about Halo, or at least there's just been a lot of Halo going on in our lives that I think it's kind of funny to even bring those references back, because I haven't played Halo in forever. Time clause, that's new. Melee damage increased, but damage is dealt over time. Huh, why'd they think this was necessary to add? The damage over time thing is kind of a weird thing to have in the game. I guess it can be effective, but I never really notice it. Let's take an Iron Claws. I don't have very many melees right now. At least it's not teabagging. You can't even do that in this game. There's no crouching or anything. You can just jump on them. That's it. That's all that I have. Wait, do they have emotes in this game? I forgot. I don't think they do. Devs, get on it. Where's my emoting crab? He should do the actual crab rave dance. Why isn't that song in this game, by the way? Missed opportunity. I'm a real critic. Full disclosure. Any critiques I make on this game are totally sarcastic and usually never serious. If I complain about something in the game, it's probably not really true. But if I am serious, I'll let you know. I think that's the problem. I'm usually never serious, so that when I finally am, nobody takes me seriously. Does Alt F2 work? I don't know. Hang on, I need to fall to death. I looked over at the chat and I just jumped off the cliff. Does Alt F2 work? I don't even know if I dare try it. I know it's supposed to be Alt F4, but what if it were something else? Did you just get did you get your cool trick wrong, or? I'll press F2 without Alt. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing even happens. Landmine rain? That's usually not too bad. Maybe I'll actually go for it. They're falling from above. Oh. I know that oftentimes you'll want to be careful of spawning a bunch of those hornets, but I actually super don't care. More crystals for me. I do like that they made the crystals look like Crash Bandicoot ones, by the way. That's kind of fun. Whether or not they know it, that's what it looks like to me. Give me the crystals! Brr. I never really grew up playing very much Crash Bandicoot, though, so... I think that's another area that I'm a little bit behind on. At least got to play the third one and... well, a little bit of the third one. I guess I watched my friend play it more than anything else back when I first learned about the game. Ooh. Ooh. I could always step up Arcane. They have the remake. Yeah, I actually have that on my Steam wish list, because I figured that'd be one way I could actually catch up to those games as well. I do also remember playing Crash Team Racing for YouTube, which I think I have unlisted, but I did it. I think that series was okay, though. I think I mean, realistically, a lot of the reason why some of those videos got unlisted is just because the style was kind of off. I didn't really like it as much. I think there was a lot of room for improvement. I don't have very many relics. Let's do that. Oh my god, a real scorpion. I don't think I've ever seen a scorpion in real life, by the way. For all I know, they're mythical creatures that don't really exist. I'm sure they do. I don't think I've ever actually seen one, though. I think because if I did, it would have probably stung me to death already. So may that day never come. There's one on your screen. Oh god, you're right! There it is! No, I meant IRL. I meant Earl, in real life. Inside my bedroom. Underneath my bed, waiting to get me. Waiting to invade my dreams. Ooh. You have one in a cage? Do you really? That's pretty cool. Actually have one as a pet. Now, is it actually... do you actually have the tail removed, or is it actually just au natural? I'd be very afraid of the prospect of it not having the... of it still having the stinger on it, but then again, I don't know. It looks like a crab. Well, that's very pertinent to this game. Arcane strength increased by 250 with no downside? Or rocket jumping? What do you think, chat? I'll let you guys in on it. I really want one of these two epics, but I don't really care which. Arcane is probably really strong here. A bot! Oh my god! Save us! You heard about scorpions. We need more power? Okay, but rocket jumping just sounded fun. I don't know, man. Let's send some love. Thanks, Yeptar. You know how to treat them. Let's see. Relic chest. It looks like the Arcane's doing a lot. I'm already very happy with this pickup. See, that was a little bit of something that I might have been worried about going into this, is that it's very likely they could have really made Nightmare a lot harder. But they have that Ultra Chaos difficulty now, so I guess it's not the biggest deal. You gave them a shout out, yeah. What's the problem? We love you. Spam us more. I can't wait to bomb the Twitch chat. Where's all the... Okay, there we go. Yeah. Mistype. Doo-doo-doo. I thought SO stood for shoot him into orbit. I don't know. I didn't have anything funnier than that. Ring of Armor. Oh, this is good. The only problem with this is when you get to the point where you actually just start getting a bunch of armor just with every island, because there are better rings for that, then this becomes ultimately useless. For right now, though, it's pretty great. Health rocks are guaranteed. Reset all cooldowns when destroying the rocks. I'll just go with the armor. That sounds fun. Ooh. Oh, it's the gold. Loot totem. You definitely want to take advantage of these things. I don't even know if I can remember. I don't recall seeing these very much when I did the very first play of this. I don't know, man. How about... I mean, I have a lot of health to take advantage of back here. I'm probably also going to do the gold totem, too. Maybe it's a bit cocky on my side, but I don't have any legendary stuff. Is there a limit of rings on one crab? Yeah, actually, you are limited to as many slots as there are here. So, I could pick up 5 more rings. I'm not playing any of the challenge modes where you can't drop stuff. Although there are some... I think there are some greed perks you can get that make it so you can't drop items. But, let me think. I'm just limited to how much space I have. There are harder modes that you can play where you can lock a bunch of these slots as part of the difficulty. I haven't done this, of course. That's a much harder mode to do. 1 ring per crab leg. Wow, you did the math. You know, actually, that makes a whole lot of sense. In fact, why didn't they... They should have put rings on the... Here, they should put rings over there on the feet. That would have been pretty great. But they didn't do that. Very upsetty. Okay, well, let's get some random pickups, maybe. Like, another mango. Worth? I don't know. What's this? Gamble money. Maybe when I have a bunch left over. Did you just point on stream? Yes! I can do that. At least since I already have the shark camera. That's mainly what it's for, but... I mean, even if I didn't, I could always just point at stuff. I mean, within this space, because this camera only goes... Unless I upsized it, but... I haven't really equipped myself to do that. I've actually thought about that being another style choice whenever I make some new YouTube videos. I would... even though I wouldn't really mind showing myself on screen, I think more often I'd like to just have my disembodied finger point at stuff. Or the shark. It reminds me a little bit of something nobody knows about anymore. There's like that old Saturday Night Live sketch with the Play-Doh guy called Mr. Bill. Definitely something I grew up with, if you can believe that, even though it was made in like the 70s. And I could talk a whole bunch about that, but they had a character called Mr. Hands in there, and he did just that. He was just a disembodied hand that did exactly what I'm doing, and moving his hand whenever he was talking. I could call that an inspiration. I think that'd be really fun to do. Not Mr. Hand. That's something different, though. I'm not referring to that. And I think they just called him Mr. Hand, though. Not plural. Should I get the sniper turret? Ooh, this is good, too. Although I'm probably never going to be close range. Maybe I should just buy everything. I mean, especially because I just bought the thing I did. I'll take 2 of those. I'll spend the remaining money on this. I lost my gamble. No. Yeptar says I love turrets. Well, guess what? I can't afford it anymore. It's okay. We'll always get another chance later, I suppose. Let's, get this. Oh! Lightning OP. All right, so we are absolutely a lightning build. If we weren't already just with this staff. Now, electrify this slug. Brrr. I have become strongified. He's already dead. Yay. What is that exploding sound? Is it just the cactuses? Oh no, it's my lightning strike. It's too new. I don't get it. Mango again? I guess I could get this for later. It definitely becomes something that you could take advantage of, and that's a little bit of why I thought at that point doing the gold totem would have been worth it, because I can really scale my max health now. And I have another chance at this lightning ring. But gemstone is really good. Because as soon as I start picking up more of these, I'll get to a point where I could just one-tap things. Despite this being a weapon that doesn't really do that. So that's going to be really fun. Okay, so this looks like the final biome still. Biome. Brrr. I'm in the sky. I actually feel really good that I don't have to actually have a bunch of stamina to just stay in the air now. Way cool. Stamina up time. I got something else and I don't know how. Okay, flawless. Vicotori. Eagle Eye, sure. Sharp shot? Okay. I actually don't know how long I'm gonna... What happens if you jump in lava? Do you really want to know? Alright, check this out. Here we go. Nothing. But that's only because I cleared the island. If I were actually in the middle of the run, I would start burning, and that would be bad. But because the island's cleared, everything's okay. I can casually stroll in lava for fun. Like, no, don't do it. Nah, it's okay. It's kind of necessary in some biomes as well to actually just go through the lava, because some of the maps get really big. Sometimes if you miss a jump, you'll fall into it, but I mean, at this stage, it doesn't really matter too much. I think if you're on Ultra Chaos difficulty, it really makes a big difference if you fall in the lava, but right now, it's not. It looks cozy and warm. I know. And I know it's it's kind of low tier to talk about weather right now. We're making small talk, chat, but I mean, we're getting to that stage in my city where the weather's not becoming very fun anymore. And I'm picking a heck of a time to stream because it's already pretty warm outside. We're going to start getting some 100 degrees worth of weather now, and it's not fun. It's not exactly like that right now, though. So it's not a big deal. Gaming PC equals heater. Yes, that is exactly the purpose it is serving right now. I don't like that. Regenerator. Or rapid fire. I'm kind of running out of the need for this regenerator thing. I'll just go with rapid fire. Knives out. Enemies drop 5 times crystals if eliminated within 3 seconds of them taking melee damage. That's cool and all, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't melee very much. Let's see if I get more stamina. I almost would rather do that. Brrr. I'm sure that bounce shot I'm using is really helping, because this, as you saw at the beginning of this run, anytime I shot like that, it would just hit the ground and disappear. Right now it's probably bouncing around inside there and hitting everything with all of the ricochets. It's uber effective. Alright guys, I'm gonna jump in the lava on purpose, but this time I haven't beaten everybody. Aye! It burns! See, it's not terrible. If I stayed in there for a long time, it would be. But So this beer tastes like the sunscreen. You're just saying that because I did now. Did I plant that in your head? All beer tastes like that now. That Sharky stream ruined beer for me. I hate him now. Flawless again. Okay, so what's cool is this actually does stack. So if I do actually get a flawless on this, and did the other thing actually procs, I could get several different chests at once. So we should do this. Also, I did ruin flawless for me by jumping in the lava earlier, so I probably shouldn't do that on the regular. I'm gonna try and move over here a bit, where it's safe. Oh no, my flawless, why? I shouldn't have landed there, but I was running out of momentum. That's why I really need these staminas. So I'm pretty much never on the ground, so they can't explode me. That's a real bummer too, because usually getting flawless on these is pretty easy. You just have to run the clock out. But I didn't do it. It's just a beer that tastes different. It's okay. This is the most beery stream I've ever had in my life, though. I don't know if I've ever talked about alcohol nearly as much. And I didn't even all that much earlier. Mirrored projectiles. So, I'm a little bit curious what the mirroring would look like here. I think it'll still do what it does, where it just launches straight back at you. But even then, they're not too hard to dodge. Also, I'm getting my health back. Okay, yeah, it's doing what I figured it would. Oi, no, jump more. Ugh. I'm getting away with it. I don't know why, but that sound that the enemies are making now kind of creeped me out. More so than it would if they just didn't make any noise at all, which was how it used to be. I gotta get away from here. These guys are psychos. It's kind of good that I'm able to regen health, though, because I was running out of it kind of quickly. Great. Let's go over there and get the rest of my heals up. It may not matter too much, because I think I just get more health at the start of the island, but... why wasn't it breaking? It's all about the money. I wasn't paying attention. I guess this is an economy run that I just did. Gain crystals after each island. Oh no. Crystal combo's not usually great because I usually always drop it. At least until I become overpowered, but... we're not there yet. Boop, and... shops contain more goods? I don't know. I'll just take the greedy money. More max health over here. I was trying to get in the middle of those two, but I couldn't do it. Is this another gold? Oh, it is. Ah. Interesting. Now, I know my max health is going to go up. So I should probably do this right away if I'm going to do it at all. There we go. Because I get more max HP whenever I buy stuff, and I don't want that to get cut in half. Look at all this rare stuff. I will take this, and I will take that. That's probably all I'm going to do. And we're going to go on to the final boss, even though I'm probably going to loop this run just because it's been fun. Be gone, ant. You'll usually either encounter, I mean, unless they changed it, because this game has been updated, but you'll either encounter this giant ant guy or the giant boss skull. Ouch. And he wasn't very much trouble, even though I did take a hit. I'll take some of these keys. I guess I only got those ones, though. But we did it. We beat the big bad guy. The big bad guy. Endurance again? So I guess we're the winner. How about we open this? Scythe Vortex. I could make my grenade super good. That's it is kind of the weird thing is you'll get a legendary item right here, when you could just end the game. Oftentimes you'll be more tempted to loop just because you have more OP stuff to work with. I kind of like the idea of the fireball shot. I just don't have very many things I could do with my grenade, and I think it would be nice to make it more effective. I think I'll do that. We'll do personal space, and then we'll run it again. We return to Krabu Island one more time. Phew. So I sure missed you guys. Hopefully everything's been going well on your side of things. Viewer. Oh, I got achievements that you probably can't... Oh, you can see them. Hooray! So I think that's all that it takes is to get the Nightmare achievement. You just have to go to the next island if you don't just end the game right where I could have. More uppercut sounds good. I know that one challenge to doing stuff lately, especially on the live side, is the fact that I often... Oh no, I'm going to miss out on that fuse. That's kind of sad. Guess I get to watch it blow up. No. Oh, I ran right into that guy. Sorry, very sidetracked. One challenge to the whole doing more things on stream, especially, is just the fact that I pretty much commit to one time of day. Whereas, it'd probably be more helpful if I just stream whenever the heck I could. I have some night times where I could stream, and I figured some people would be able to catch those. I've been very stuck in the mindset of thinking that there's only one time of day anybody's really available to watch the stream, but that's probably not true. You have 100% this game's achievements. I used to, and then they updated the game, and I don't anymore. As I was describing at the beginning of this game/stream, there's a gold skin that I usually have on my character, and that's for getting all of the achievements, but I don't have that on now. Let's see. I might do Time Bolt. It's a little bit of a weird thing, but I can always delete it first when I get better items. But yes, once upon a time I had 100% of the achievements, and I could again if I really wanted to motivate and do that on stream today. Matter of fact, that could be the goal, I suppose, but I suppose if I really wanted to make progress in that arena, I would probably have ended the run sooner, but I did not do that. So maybe I'll end the run at 60 or something. I'm pretty sure if any of the achievements are the same as they were, you just have to beat the game on Nightmare difficulty with all the new items, and I think that might be it. I could take a peek to see if there are any other ones. Ooh. A blast of daggers. I'll do Fortitude, and I'll make a bunch of enemies appear. I thought this used to say triple, but I guess it's just double enemies. Here, let me look at the achievement. 96. I was almost thinking maybe you guys couldn't see this, but you can. Yeah, that's all that it is. It's just... I mean, it's any difficulty for the first part of it, which if you do Nightmare, it'll, you know, give you both. Seems like it's a given. But yeah, all I have to do is just beat the game on Nightmare with Katana and Airstrike. And if you're not as used to this game, then yeah, it could be pretty tricky to beat this game on Nightmare. But once you've gotten used to it, it doesn't really feel like it's that much of a challenge, at least personally. I don't know, but I think that's totally doable within this stream if we wanted to do that. Is it hard to win with a melee weapon? No, because you just need to have it in your inventory. That's all that it says that you really need to do. Like, you could use any weapon, and that's fine, but you always have a melee too. If I added the katana, I don't even have to use it. Like, I could just play and I mean, you'll notice I haven't really done very much meleeing to begin with. I could just play the game with the katana as my selected melee, but never use it and still get that achievement. And that's very likely what would end up happening. So why are they all so upset that they're dying? Ouch. I am losing my armor pretty quick. There are a lot of enemies, though. I did kind of cause that. I should probably go to somewhere safer, even though I'm dying. Oh my god. I guess I shouldn't have made that move, but then again, I was getting cornered. Ugh, I gotta get out. Got to get out. I didn't realize. I guess maybe they might have scaled up the difficulty on this part. Jeez. I probably went over my head as far as... Jeez, I might have gone a little bit over my head as far as the XL totem goes, but it's fine. I should survive now. That did get pretty ugly for a second. You saw my health drop pretty constantly there. Not that guy. But that's the really cool thing about some of the regen items that I have. As you can see, my health is at least coming back up again. I really shouldn't have just dove through all those lightning bolts like that, though. You took an Anakin-style leap over... Yeah. I said flippy, 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 lava, lava, lava. That's something else. Jack Black said that. Let's see. Reset all cooldowns. Check out all the rings I get to have now, though. I could sell them if I really didn't like them. An extra portal. Maybe I'll just take the healing one. If ever the same terrible thing happens to me again. Reloading I might take. Yeah. I have room for 3 more relics, so I could just take another relic island. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, the ultimate trick here is to just... is basically to just keep on flipping whenever you're about to take a hit, and it'll dodge, because that's how this game works. They call it a parry in this, even though it doesn't necessarily do what you would think a parry would, where it would, like, reflect damage or something. It does not do that. So one thing you might notice, especially for the last few streams that I've been doing, is it's all been shooter games, I think. I'm pretty sure my next stream will have to relax on that, because I don't just play shooter games. I'm the variety man. Or you would think that, but not lately. But I'm not too sure what I would play, though. Those Slay the Spire streams are always kind of fun. I'm not sure everybody really gets that game for the most part. I know, at least around here. Maybe there's more folks that would be willing to watch it. Not sure, but I do like playing. I think the only problem, though, is I'm not that good at that game, really. I always seem to need improvement, and I think, frankly, I'm too impatient. I don't think things through as well as I probably should. Blacksmith Amulet. Gain 2 more anvil choices on Anvil Island. On Anvil Islands? I guess that's I haven't seen a single Anvil Island, if that's what it's called. I think they called this the Anvil Update, so I guess that's another new thing in this game, but I don't think we've encountered that once. 2 more loot choices? I like that. Next stream is a being shot game? That's just karma. Max health multiplier increased by 3% after clearing each island. I mean, that sounds good. I don't know if I'm understanding exactly what that means. I'll just take it. And throw caution to the wind. Enhancement? I can't even break these with my weapon anymore. It's kind of strange. I probably should have done that, but it's okay. Streak shot, targeting shot? I might be cool with this. I'll think about it. I will take health shot. Can I afford this? I cannot. I don't know if I want to buy that. I mean, I guess any game is a being shot game when you're just not good at shooters. Oh my god, that's a different elite. Elite landmine limpet. Who invented that? Make them go away. Oh my god, and he just made a bunch of landmines. True to form. Okay, well I got rid of that guy. Now these pesky landmines. Oh no, and now there's more of him. There we go. Joy. Get my health back up a wee bit. Okay, so I get a bunch more choices now, and that's something else too. I'm I'm guessing if I got the right kind of perks I could do this, but there is the ability to basically just overflow this thing with a bunch of different chest options, and that's if I just kept on upgrading the perk I recently got to give me more choices. Personal space? Yeah, I don't know. I'll just do the after each island one. What are those emotes? I can't read them. They're too small. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Gemstone. Let's do that again. I'm gonna need all the damage I can get, and I just got a double key. Although, usually when I get to this point in a nightmare run, I'll usually start selling the keys, just because the money is more useful. I actually probably should have done that with the one I just picked up. I'm gonna corner myself. Mostly because my damage might be high enough to where I can probably get them, but okay. Before they can reach me, especially if they jump off the cliff. I just froze myself. I already lost Flawless just over that. Boo! Wait, never mind. It gave it to me still. Odd. Whatever, I won't think about it anymore. I didn't know why it gave me Flawless anyway, but no biggie. I'll take every bonus they can give me. Recoil shot? Boomerang shot's kind of weird. I imagine maybe it'd be interesting with this, but I don't know how badly I want it. Sonic Boom. I've never been much of a Street Fighter guy. I think I just generally haven't played very many fighting games. Rush. Get an extra reward if you eliminate more than 64 enemies. Can do. Give it a shot. I don't think we have very many critical items anyway. I keep getting frozen. Ooh. Everyone's getting hyped in the chat, and I don't know why. Also, I super did it. I was totally able to get all that I needed. I didn't get Flawless, though. Might go check to see if there's any other destructible stuff like this. Gotta get that cash money. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sharpshooter, I almost always take. It seems like that's one of the few things that's a... Wait, how come it was... They didn't give me very many choices in there. How come that's not the case here? Whatever. I'm a critical arrow believer. Oh, here's the anvil. Okay, what's it say? An anvil that allows you to forge powerful enhancements on your loot. If playing multiplayer, which I've never done before, any players that do not have an enhanceable piece of loot will instead get a random chest. I'll give it a shot. I'm assuming I do have something that can be enhanced. I just didn't bother paying up when I had that one totem once. Summon the lightning bolt. So this game can be pretty graphically intense too, so much so that I would almost expect this game wouldn't have worked before that one Overload game we were talking about before. What in the world was that demonic sound? I couldn't even imitate it. I don't know what the heck that was. Something very evil just came from this game. What is this? Arcanifying. I want them all. This is different. This game is evil. Apply 50 arcane stacks when... Applies 50? That sounds like overkill, especially because I already have that arcane ring. That sounds ridiculously busted. I mean, I have electric as well, but... Oh. So I have to apply it to something. That's enhanceable, but I don't know what is this. Oh, the lightning bolt, right. It's the only thing, though. That or time bolt. Well, I'm probably going to keep this. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to this other one, so I guess I'll enhance this one. Yay. Wait, I can use the... Oh, no, I've already chosen one. It's like, can I do it again? Well, that's fun. I don't think I'll do it again, though. I guess we can get one more relic. The only thing I worry about with that, though, is just the fact that if I do somehow get a second chest, I won't be able to apply it, unless I really want to sell one. You do sometimes manage to just find relics at random, so maybe I'll just do this instead. There could be something better out there. If only. Ooh. Aru! Now that the enemies make sound, I feel slightly more guilty about destroying them to death. Only a little, though. Ah. I think that's the last guy. I'm gonna punch him. Okay, never mind. If I had my katana, I would have slain him. You're lucky I don't have my katana. That sounds like something somebody from the internet would say in real life. You're lucky I didn't have my katana. I would have slain thee for milady. Let's see. How about we go to spiked chest? I don't know. I guess regular health chest sounds good. Oh my god! It's the real hammer clab. I'm beside myself, I can't speak. The real hammer clab. Get me out of there. Meet me at the flagpole after school, bring your katana, I'll bring mine. A duel to the death. No items. I'm just trying to think if that's something people would actually say in high school now. Turn off the smash ball. Whoa. Fox only. Fox only with katana. That sounds fun. And then when one of the and then one of the two are losing, they'll say, "Fox, get this guy off me." Hammer crab. Oh. That poor seal. I will destroy this grub. At least I probably could, but I keep missing a lot. I'm pretty sure there's a stat for accuracy in this game, and I doubt it's doing very well. Got rid of the hammer pest. That's at least the best part. Curses. I think I was doing just fine before that. I never liked the ants, though. They're very good at aiming at you to death. I don't like it. Is there a hidden chest here? I don't think I've been watching out for those. Don't bring a hammer to a katana. I didn't even have a katana, though. Although, especially because of the alliteration, I think they should add a katana crab. That would be fun. I mean, it wouldn't be fun because they would kill you dead, but they would slice all your legs off and then say, "Shoyo!" But then it'd be fun. Otherwise, it'd be a really cool enemy. Max health multiplier increase. But that's just like what the mango is. Why would I want two different fruits? Ugh. Okay. Let's go in here then. Okay. Didn't need that though. Enhance some more. See, I don't know. I don't really want to waste money on something like that. Health is power, yeah. Should I load up on just that? Big Mag is probably a good idea. How about some poison? I guess it's a good thing I don't have that ring that makes poison useless. Because then I would have bought that for nothing. I'll take that too. And now we have another boss fight that I'm not as comfortable with. I could even add more bosses. If it's that same arena where they could just jump off, that could be something. But then again, we got pretty screwed over the last time I did XL, so I might not do it. Especially when it's this place again. Now, believe it or not, these guys can fly off the map as well. Trouble is, it takes a lot for them to even do that. And I might just get them by damage anyway, so it's no big deal. My dodges are at least coming in clutch. No! No, and I was almost done. No! I knew I needed to in that moment, but it didn't happen. Does Crab insta-dive if he falls off this map? Let's find out! Well, I mean, you should probably know by now. Nothing bad happens when you do that after the thing's over. But no, you don't insta-die. I think depending on difficulty, you could just lose most all of your health. Finally sold that. I think in this difficulty, you lose a good chunk, but I don't think it's the end for you. But also, bear in mind, that was what I was talking about too. Those were a couple ice enemies right there. I did get frozen, but I didn't get launched off the map, which is what usually happens. And usually, when you're frozen and about to just fly off the map, you can do very little to stop that. So you pretty much just have to watch in despair as you fly off the map and can do nothing about it. Thankfully, that didn't happen this time. But that is the thing I'm most worried about. Especially when it comes to fighting the ice guys. But we got through it. Everything is fine. I don't know if I want the bandana. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that up. What else can I get? Extra grenades? I could almost make this promise to Yeptar that if I ever see another turret thing, I'll probably just take it instantly because you love it so much. Poison stacks? That's not really great when only my knife does that. This could be cool. I'll take the scythes. I am become death. Brrr. Turrets are love. They're actually pretty good in this game. I know that they nerf turrets quite a bit too because I think they had it before where if you I think I'm remembering this right. If you got a turret power up and then you just kept on stacking the levels, you would just get more and more of that same turret until the map was just completely coated with them. and then everything would probably die before you even had the chance to shoot at them. That's how it used to be. And then they made it where if you were to get extra turrets, you'd have to get a special power-up just for that. So it's harder to do something like that, and even then, I don't think the turrets are as effective now. Let's do the Ultra Shot. We'll even do parkour because we haven't done one of those this entire run. Go! Totally missed my swing. Now, if you've seen me do the parkour thing before, it's the exact same layout as it's always ever been. I think you only ever get a different one if you do it, like, during the, like, fire biome, I think. Oh my god, I actually missed that. What in the world? That never happens! I didn't think I'd actually have to jump or anything like that. I don't think I'm getting an epic chest now. That's kind of lame. I almost expect to get one every time I do this. Brr. How embarrassing. I guess I'll have to give that another try. To redeem myself. How about we do critical error? Then I'll upgrade, probably. What's demolition? These can go by pretty fast. But I don't usually like the luck items. They're not all that lucky. Something else I'm noticing too is it looks like our damage is getting up there now. Thanks to all the scaling I added, like the checklist and all that mess. The bees are out tonight. I just got hit again. I do wonder if they've improved the AI to target you better, because usually they'd be a little bit more off than this. Could be a difficulty thing. Could even be bad luck, but I don't even think it's that. Bleh. Pesky ant. Alrighty. So we have checklist. Oh, I can make the damage even higher. Giptar says, on these games without the right items, my damage stagnates and further level can be too hard. That can happen in this game too. It really depends what you focus on, but usually when you're, especially when you're at this point, because you'll notice that I've been taking a lot of damage here and there. Probably skill issue for one thing, but I will say that if you haven't tried scaling your damage like I have to this point, you're going to struggle just because it takes way too long to beat these levels before the enemies just outright kill you dead. So we try not to do that. I'm going to fight an elite, though. I think it'll be worth. Although you will notice that now all the elites and bosses are doubled, now that we've looped. So it does get a little bit trickier, but it's still very doable. But it's mostly because you need the damage. It's the Phil Swift, that's a lot of damage. Ugh. Almost thought that he tried electrocuting me, even though I don't know how he would, because he's not that kind of skull. Whew. Running my mouse off the mat. Help! Shoot higher! I'm not hitting him. Or maybe I am, but it's not making very many noises. I think the only thing that's hitting him right now is the arcane. And you'll notice too, I am not getting close to that guy. I definitely respect the fire skulls, because getting very close and taking one hit from that guy is really nasty. And I'm not hitting the guy otherwise, and my arcane is doing most of the damage. But I just do not want to get close to this guy. I know what he can do. Especially because I think I had a flawless going. All that for stuff I'm not too impressed by. Bonus crystals might be a thing. Thorn shot could be good. How much room do I have left up here? I got about as much on the... I guess I'll take the thorn shot then. Still don't have that other relic. Maybe I'll just get it over with. See what else I can get out of it. Youch. Guess I don't gotta worry about that flawless either. I guess I am a little bit forgetful though. Oftentimes it's better to just keep on dodging regardless so that you can easily just dodge whatever comes after you. I think one of the big problems is I'm just not doing that. Especially at this difficulty, it becomes a very necessary thing to do. All in all, I could say this game's a very fun time waster. I can certainly get behind being able, taking some time, becoming overpowered and blowing stuff up. It's a little bit like the Gungeon experience, because I do like Enter the Gungeon for kind of the same reasons. You can get some really nice, powerful builds. You just feel really strong, and then you can just decimate the game. That can be fun. Also, I don't even think I got to discuss it ever since it was announced too, because I hadn't streamed in so long. But they're coming out with an Enter the Gungeon 2. At least that got announced. That sounds like fun. On one hand, I hope it's at least some good, because I know they tried a different game from the same property, basically. It was like Exit the Gungeon, and I heard it wasn't as great. I very much kept away from it, I suppose, because of that kind of critique. I think I would like this compared to everything else that's here. Okay, 5 more goods for the shop that I'm about to go to. Sounds delightful to me. I'm gonna take all of this. I didn't think my range was that good. I wasn't planning on hitting that, but okay. Chance for shots to deal damage twice. That could be good if only I could actually land some shots. Juiced is really great. I might immediately take that. And random shot, actually. Yes, to these two. Without thinking. Maybe I'll take health shot, but let's see what else there is. Endurance. There was a legendary thing over here the whole time. Which, I don't know if I had enough crystals if I didn't spend any. I think I would have, but I don't know if I wanted this anyway. Small chance to drop loot when eliminated. That could be cool. I think that's the one I want. And it's all about the elites again. It would be good if I was able to get something that had a way to upgrade armor. Haven't really encountered that. Oh, God. You don't like to see it. When it's the lightning crab or lightning anything. I mean, we're still kind of effective because I have Arcane, which at least does something where the lightning does not. That used to be more of a problem at the start of our run. Not no more. That was not a hot dodge. Okay, well, I got rid of the worst threat. I will say that. And we only have one more set of biome to do. Boop. Heal me. It's actually not healing all that much. That's okay, we can get it back. I really want to get some stuff that gives me armor, though, because it's starting to become more necessary, and unfortunately the one armor plate that we start off with isn't getting us very far. Valued customer. I'll go ahead and take that, just for the sake of it. Who knows if we're going to badly need it. Money is power is good if only we had a lot of money. And sadly, I haven't really built this to be a run where we get a bunch of money. There are ways to do it. There's actually a really good relic for that kind of thing. But I don't know if we're going to encounter it. I'm going to start kiting over here. Along this silly route. They'll never catch me now. Even though I don't know if that slug is the last one. Nope. There we go. There was 2 of them. Let's see. Spiral shot? I'll go with Eagle Eye. That sounds good. Another anvil. I doubt I picked up anything else that can be enhanced like that. Even if I did, I don't know if I would want it badly enough. Give me the damage. The worst part is I keep looking over off to the feed there, and it says base max health keeps going up, but I keep on thinking it's saying boss health. Boss health increased, or something like that. It gets me worried, even though I know there should be no boss here. I think it comes more as a surprise that there is even a boss here. But there isn't. I'm just misrating it. Reading, my one true weakness. Whoa. Must increase health. There we go, it's all the way back up. Boomerang? Let's do a demolition. We haven't done that this entire run. It should be pretty quick. So what happens is the enemies don't start attacking you until you blow up the net, until you start trying to blow up the nest. So if you're a little bit controlled about it, which I'm not, I'm not necessarily being, but, well, I guess there's 2 ways you can go about it. You could just try and get all the nests out of the way as quickly as you can before anybody has a chance to damage you, but you can get a flawless pretty easily this way too. I ordinarily would have, but I guess it just didn't happen. I know that in some games it does work this way, where if you increase your max health, it'll give you that health as well, but this game's kind of different where... Whoa. That sound was my water bottle, I guess. It exploded on me. Damage increase for each equipped armor plate. That'd be good if I could only get more. Sorry, totally distracted. Oh, there's parkour. I guess I can give this another try. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Also, was very wrong. This is the same thing. I thought there was a different parkour map that you could run on, but I guess this ain't it. Anyways, time to redeem myself. I need to do this one right. There we go, that's the stuff. We're gonna do it. There we go. Expert mode. What do we get? Mega crit is good. It's also Slay the Spire. I'll do it. Sure, why not? Oh, greed chest. What a way to go. Sometimes you can get something really bad and just ruin the run on it, but I guess the good thing is with these, you don't have to take the thing that you see there, but let's try it. For the content. Things are getting a little bit laggy as far as frames per second goes, by the way. A lot of stuff is getting generated. But again, especially if you get a really powerful build, this kind of stuff starts to happen. Though I think what happens more is just the fact that everything on the screen starts making your eyes bleed. That was pretty good. Let's get greedy. Let's get dangerous. How about we go check it out? We have limited loot, bribe, big bones. Okay, so for all the greed perks they have in this, these are not the worst ones to get. Any of these would be just fine. More crystals drop when eliminating enemies, but the amount of loot choices in chests is reduced. Which is funny because that balances out a bit. We actually already get increased amounts of things inside the chests. What's funny too is with the greed chests, you'll usually only get 2 options. But we do have something that increases the choices we get already. So taking this wouldn't even hurt that bad. Max health increase but lose crystals when taking damage. If I really want to go no money on this run. And max health and global damage multipliers increase, but you grow larger. Meaning you have more chances of getting hit. I don't think you significantly get larger unless you start stacking this a lot. I think I'll take this. Especially because we're almost done with this run anyway. In fact, getting that ultimately doesn't matter because we're pretty much done getting chests now. Because I'm probably gonna reset and do a new run after this one. Because I want to try and get the other things done. Dice shot. Can't afford this. I'll take the stamina, absolutely. I don't really care about the elemental thing. High voltage. Arc shot's pretty fun. I might consider... Oh, sniper turret. Oh, I see. That's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah. I can get a sniper turret whenever I throw a grenade. I said I'd do it, and therefore I shall. Alright. We found it. And not a moment too soon. Okay, so unlike the last time, there's gonna be two boss enemies. We can handle it totally. I just gotta make sure I'm dodging well. Looks like it's 2 ants. That can be pretty messy. But our damage is totally there. We can get this done. Go, sniper turret, go! Snipe them to death. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost done with one of the ants. I know it's a little bit hard to tell. There's a lot going on. But trust me, it's working. Just gotta get the other big ant. 1 to go. Whew. I knew that was gonna be trouble if I didn't get that dodge just right. Bam. That was actually really clean. I like it. I guess I take all these keys. The run's done anyway for me. Sure, mango. What would I have gotten? Homing blades? Those are good. Sure, side vortex, whatever. And we win! Granted, I could have just ended the run any old time. Reptile! Oh, and that! I was really hoping. Win with all weapons in the game. Oh yeah, so I guess I got these 3. They're all new skins except for Regal, which is pretty cool. I might actually apply that to Damascus, because I was talking about it before. Pretty similar to the skin I've already got. Neato. We have won the day. Okay, so let's see what the key thing gives me here, because there's still 2 items that I have not unlocked yet. Ah, there we go. The Mega Missile. So what's this do? What? Oh! So it takes a bit of time and then it bombs stuff. Here, let's get that silly skull. Go! Neato. Makes a little tick-tock sound too. Okay, so what weapon do I want now? I've already finished with this. And by the way, it's not diamond like all the other ones. I would have had to do like all modifiers and all the goofy stuff in order to get that. pretty heavy difficulty for that. I don't know if I'll have the time in the day to want to try that out too. Because I don't see much success in it, but it's like an airstrike. Well, yeah, because that's what it's called, I think. Airstrike. It's just like one. I always love the dual pistols. They're very overpowered as well. So we'll have a go at that too. So that means the very last thing we have to get is the katana, because we don't have that yet. In name even. Alright, here we go. Akimbo Assassin. Let's get... There goes those silly barrels again. Alright, here we go. A bit oddly, though, it doesn't seem like these do as much damage, though. A bit awkward. But yeah, especially for the sake of time, because I really would like to do just these other 2 runs, but I'll probably keep them shorter. I won't loop or anything. I'll just try and get through it with the item I've got. Because that's gonna be my goal for today. Just gonna get all those achievements all over again. Have fun goofing around on stream again. That was the main thing, because it's been a really long time, and this channel definitely needs some more love. From me and everybody. Time explosion? Oh yeah, and this, which I guess it just gives us right away. I guess regenerator. Why do I get all these melee power-ups when I'm not using katana? I'll do time explosion, that sounds fine. It's very risky going for an elite right now. But heck it, I'll just try and get the extra cool power up. I know I'm not very strong right now, but we can still win it. Go, airstrike, go! That was good. We're a little bit lucky with this being the elite that we fight, though, in this arena, because there's a lot of space to run around in. We weren't really flying around like crazy and going super fast. That's usually more exciting, but it's okay. As you saw, I knew it could be done. Gold coating. Gain crystals when healing doesn't work in it doesn't work in shops. They had to add that qualifier in there. Or actually, you know what? No, that's not how it used to work. Before you were able to actually get it in shops. I guess they prevent that now. How silly. This didn't really pop off for us very much today. I don't know if it's going to. I guess I'll go with this. There's still some opportunity to get some money out of it, but not a whole lot. I can still get a flawless over here, too. Sure, we'll go for it. It's armored, though. That's a little annoying. And I'm not getting flawless already. Especially because it had to be these guys. I should probably be airstriking these blasted nests. At least as soon as I get rid of the, as soon as I get rid of the shield, because I'm pretty sure the shields prevent it from instantly dying from the airstrike. Go! Did it just... Okay, I don't know what it targeted there, but I wasn't aiming at that. I should really try and get the cooldowns lowered on this airstrike thing. It'd be funny if you just use it every other second. Or 1 second. Split second. See, this is kind of as slow as I was thinking the elite fight was going to go, but it was actually easier. Okay, so I should get more crystals from healing from this thing right now. Let's have a look. Yeah. It didn't go up very much, but I got some. Another mango. Mango it is. Actually made my health go up significantly. That's too bad. If I knew I was going to get that, I probably would have applied the healing now. Guess I gotta hope I can get some later. Let's get a relic. Good news is I'm getting some of the health back right now because of the regenerator. This weapon's actually not doing as much as I remember it being able to do. How strange. I wonder if they made the pistols not as good. Get him! Go get him, my faithful pet. Almost there. There we go. I guess I'm way too used to the grenades because I just expect them to be blown up already by the time I hit that button. I don't usually use any of the other grenade modifier type weapons. Unfortunately, if I miss my my targeting on the airstrike, it just doesn't happen. Because they're already too far away. Sadly, not as effective. I would probably have to put it... I'd have to be a little bit more predictive about where it's supposed to go. It's a little weird to me. Hello? There they are. Guys are taking too long to get over here. Almost done with the first island, though. Let's see. I mean, the first set of islands. More loot choices already? Usually fire rate is what you want to upgrade with these pistols, though, so I suppose this is a good choice. It's only going to be difficult against bosses that don't spawn more enemies. Ooh. Everything frightening. I'm not a big fan on this map. It can be pretty hard to tell where all the enemies are going to be at. Ooh. I dodged at just the right moment. Ah, we didn't see one of these all that last run. I guess I got to try and do it. It'll give me some extra loot in exchange for seeing tougher enemies. What's funny is, right now, I really feel underpowered. Because I was smashing things like crazy during the other run, even at the very start, but right now it truly doesn't feel like it. At least not right now. I'm very glad that I don't have anything like regenerating enemies going on right now, because these guys would simply take too long to destroy. Almost got him, though. I think there's a couple ants still just hanging around, though. Whoop. Or that guy. Almost blindsided me. Hello? I hope that the, okay, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That little cliff up there just ruined everything. You ripped me off. Oh, a mango. That's what I got out of all that? Hmm. And the worst part is I'm about to heal and I won't get anything from it because of the shop thing. Let's do sharpshooter. So what do we have? Loot totem? I definitely should do that. Hey, Vaxel, what's up? Welcome back to Sharkland. Arcane Claws. Okay. We have Bubble Blast. Big Shot's pretty fun. I'll do that. Probably should have picked this up first, because I always like taking this. And I'll take the bubbles, too. Bubbles! Also, very good use of emoji as well. I haven't seen that Krabu all that much lately. Okay, we only have one boss to worry about here. It's just this terrible fire crab. Looks like the bubbles are already doing work, though. I don't want to be on fire. Hey, some more guys. Thank you. That's what I was hoping you would do. Just didn't want to be on fire while you did it. Oy. Gotta get out of there. Almost there. Good. Let's see. Arc Shot? I might go with Arc Shot. I do like that. It's my favorite. Ring of Healing or maybe another valued customer sounds good. Just gonna sell all the keys this run. I got plenty the last time. I do not need more of it. Shark Shot. And here I thought I couldn't make enough shark puns on this channel. But I guess that was another missed opportunity, though. The sharkiest shot. How have things been with you and, well, things, Vagsel, I suppose. I was curious about Rocket League, too, because I know that's something you play a lot. I don't think I've done it in a very long time, too. To my own detriment, too. I imagine I've completely forgotten anything about how to play that game. That's the best I can do. I remember most everybody that I would see in the chat would usually have a game. And I think that would be the one I've always seen you play. Especially because I saw you stream it. Random. I guess the next time I see an island where I can upgrade my speed, I definitely need to do it. If it's stamina or just making this thing shoot faster, I know that's the best thing you can do with this weapon is just get your fire rate crazy high. Fire rate. It happened again. What a strange noise it is. Critical thinking? Not a big fan of that one. Spread is heavily increased. I guess with that arc shot that could be significant. Maybe I'll just take danger close. And I'll try and do the flawless over here. I suppose one big reason why maybe I'm not having... Maybe one reason I'm not too effective right now is just the fact that I don't actually have any elemental damage. It's not the biggest thing in the world. I'm sure it's a factor. Oh no, the grenade crab. I do kind of want to focus on one nest at a time, because I don't want too many enemies here. If I can make this easier, then I'm gonna do it that way. Bomb it! There's a lot of enemies now. That's probably what I should try and do, because that strategy seemed to work before. I should just use the airstrike on these nests. It's almost like that's what it's for. Especially because it doesn't move. The nest doesn't go anywhere. It's the perfect use of that item. So I should probably take as many demolitions as I possibly can. And on top of that, the explosion is pretty nice. Not playing that much anymore lately, but if you need players, I'm still available. Oh, I mean, it's nothing like that so much. I was just thinking maybe that's a game that you might have kept up with, but I don't know. I'm very behind on stuff, though, so forgive me. Wow, that was also very cool. So that's the theme of this run. If I see Demolition or a Speed Island, I guess I'm doing either one of those. Because this item is very good for that. But yeah, I was just thinking maybe, because that's the best I can remember, Vaxel, is just seeing you play that game, so... What games have you been into lately? Youch. If any at all, because if it's anything like me, I've not been doing as much gaming as I once upon a time had liked to. There are a lot of bad guys. For the most part, I think if I've ever had downtime, I just put it into playing Spire offline. That's mostly what I've been doing. I think it'd be cool to get really good at that game, but I just don't think I'm there. It's a bit tough to get to that point, it seems. Very easy to misplay, too. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Such a long title. What's that game even all about? Is it strategy? Youch. Wow. That air raid doesn't really come in at just the right time for me sometimes. Or at least, I don't know what it's targeting sometimes, but... It might hit this time. No, what's going on? It doesn't work sometimes. I just want this to end now, please. There, I don't think I missed it that time. Aw, Crete, the big resub. Thank you.
Sharkade Love Heart.
Heart. Man, if there isn't one thing that needs revamp, it's probably those emotes, but thank you. 52-month-olas. You are a true pal. Because I've been a very bad streamer as of late. My last stream being a couple months ago. And I was almost certain it wasn't going to be that way. I think I've said that a lot. I don't think I really want to discuss that too much, but... Just because that's been a tricky thing. I might actually do the snake shot. I'm getting desperate for damage at this point. It's actually not too bad either, given the way that it fires. But I'm sure you'll see more from me soon. I've been very desperate to try and do more things on the channel, and pretty soon I'll break and actually just do that stuff at the expense of all the other things I probably need to do, of course. But I don't know. I've been a slacker most of the time anyway, it seems like. But I don't know. Maybe that's unfair to myself. I've been keeping myself busy somehow, but sometimes it seems like I don't prioritize the right stuff. I just threw that guy off the cliff. Ha ha ha. Well, at least the snake shot feels a little bit effective. A French JRPG. It should be an FRPG then. FRPG. Souls-like with amazing story and music. That's pretty fun. I know this is a topic that comes up a whole lot, but we always seem to fall back into games that I wishfully would like to end up playing. I think most of them would be on YouTube, more or less. I'm still just beside myself on what I'd like to do the next time I stream. The thing that I would like to do, for the most part, it's kind of weird. I could give you guys, I could float this idea as far as scheduling goes and see if you guys like it, because I've still been very eager to try and do something on the channel more regularly, and the plan that I've at least come up with to begin with, at least in my mind, was I thought it'd be neat if I could basically upload videos on YouTube like 5 days a week. And on the days where I don't upload those, I would instead do a live stream. Maybe I'll just like fit one in place of that. Maybe suggesting I'd probably end up doing a live stream a week or something. I don't know if that's very frequent at all, but whatever gets me to be consistent again, I think would be nice. And if that's what it takes, that'd be kind of cool. But then I'd have to actually do it, you know. I'm sure that wouldn't be too much. But I have often looked at the channel over the months going, man, I really don't like how dead it is. But haven't really, I've often just sat still not doing much. It's kind of a sad thing. It never used to be that way. We would, you guys might remember, especially if you guys were here at the beginning, I would be on this thing like 5 times a week. It was almost daily some of the times. It was kind of crazy. How far are we fallen? I think it's mostly just because I've often waited for the perfect time to do something, and sometimes the perfect time never really comes. You just gotta do it when you can. If I could only train myself into that, but I get ahead of myself. I think this is the discussion I've had maybe 50 times over whenever I've streamed over the 3 months, so we can talk about other stuff. Turn-based combat RPG. You have QTE and parry and counter where you have to understand enemies' patterns. So turn-based, but still have to be active and focus. That sounds like more attention I could pay to anything. But hey, that sounds fun. D. Chance to fire bolts that deal damage over time. We've done that before, though. I think I'll take the bigger booms, surely. I don't know. Boomerang might be okay. I don't know if I'm big on it. Always the perfect time to watch Sharkade. Yeah. I think the only thing I struggle with is making it the perfect time to actually do Sharkade. But I mean, it's just something that I totally need to get over and just do. Because I could probably make time for it. I just haven't done it as expeditiously as I would like. Should I do it? Should I get the greed and totally kill this run? You have to be really careful because sometimes the greeds can really get you, and this is one where you can't get rid of whatever you pick up. I mean, with greed perks, you can't get rid of it no matter what. Like, you're stuck with it, but at least in the situation where I did an island where you could get a greed as a reward, you could choose something, but here you just get it at random and you can't get rid of it. Let's risk it all. Okay, go! Oh, it's that big bones one. Okay, so remember what it said. It said that I grow larger, but unless you were paying extreme attention before I hit the button, I don't notice a big difference. You might not either, I don't know. I just know that you get a slightly bigger hitbox, so I hope that doesn't come into play as we go, but I think it'll be fine. This one's okay. I think I get more crystals for that. No, it's max health and global damage. Okay. I think that's manageable. Oh, and this is a good biome to be at. It's a nice enemy, but we can't fall off a cliff or anything. We'll be okay. Oh my god, where's he going? A little bit slow on damage, but I think we can get through. Just gotta keep dodging and not getting stuck like that. But on the bright side, I'm getting my money's worth for it. My big hot monies. But yes, I will at least say that I know that you guys might, if you've been paying attention to the last few things I've streamed and or did, it's all been shooter games. Like, I did that Deadlock game. I'm playing this. And Fluffy and I did that Borderlands thing, which I don't know if we'll pick it back up. If he wants to, then that's cool. But I haven't heard anything back about it, so I don't know. It's on the table though. We'll see. But rest assured, I'm sure the next time I do something, it won't be a shooter game. I'll at least make that promise to you, the viewer, that it will not be a shooting game because I've done that a lot already, and I'm sure you guys would like to see something new. It might just end up being Spire. Again, I'm not too sure. Like, I really wish I were better at that game, but for the sake of it, it'd be nice to do something other than just shooter game. Oh, this is fire rate. Okay, unless there's a juice here, I'm taking that. Yeah. I need more fire rate. But again, always open to ideas. It really does depend on whether or not the game's available to me, but it's always nice to hear different ideas come out. Eep. Listen to that. Do you hear the fire rate right now? Because it's actually really improving based on that one perk I got, where if I kill an enemy, the fire rate gets faster and faster. That's kind of the goal with this weapon, is to just get the fire rate up there. Is Rocket League a shooting game? Now that I floated that idea, right? Does that count? I mean, I guess it does. You shoot the ball. Nobody has to die, but I mean, you know, it is that kind of game. Whoa, why is it green? What happened? I never asked for this. I actually don't know why this has happened. What? Hello? We're in toxic world. Chat, the game's being toxic, help. Run away. Ugh. You can demo other cars. That's true. I guess there is violence in that game too. Summon the bee. Oh no. Get this guy off me. Got him. Without a katana. Reported. Reported for being toxic, and that's the only thing. Maybe they'll unlist this game from Steam because it's being toxic. Let's see. Bullseye. Max health increased after every one shot, losing all health within 0.25 seconds. Did they qualify that too? Because I doubt it used to work that way. I'm pretty sure the way it used to work is you'd have to just actually get them in one shot. Even if you had, like, a pea shooter. But I guess that's different now. If I have an even number of perks, damage is increased. I guess I could go with this, but this is not a weapon for that. You would definitely want a rocket launcher or a sniper for this kind of thing. One hit. Oh god, I never like doing this because that could just be a run ender. We could do greed again. How greedy do we want to be? Alright, let's greed it. Even harder. There's a lot of lightning slugs. Da 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 da. I think it may not have been stated enough, but I do really think that music's great in this game. Definitely something that'd be fun just to casually listen to as well. And the fact that it's a game soundtrack kind of thing. Very neat. And I think it's really cool that they've added more tracks to this game too. I do say this is something I truly enjoy. I don't know, there's a lot to love about this game. I'm a little bit surprised it's not more popular than it is. I know that it got a lot of attention when it first came out. But more than that, I figured this is actually a really fun one. I do see friends that have it on their wish list too. It is a good game too. Just to say that. Not sponsored, haha. Why is this slug constantly bouncing like that? You're being annoying. Come down from there. This slug does not know how to live. There we go. Wasn't it announced on April Fool's? That I don't know. I mean, clearly it wasn't this April Fool's, but I mean, I guess it would make some... I guess it would make some sense, but I think it's an even greater prank to actually release the game that you thought everybody was... that everybody thought was just a joke. I don't know that, though. That'd be an interesting thing. Oh, that's right, we only get one choice. Melee damage multiplier increased, but weapon damage reduced. This is actually like the worst thing that I could ever do to myself. So I'm not going to take it. No healing. Oh no. That's actually new. I don't think I've seen that challenge before. Am I really willing to risk it all? Let's do it. I'm crazy enough. I'm a bad enough dude. There's a glass totem over there. Wonder if I can reach it. Come on, baby! I got it. Nothing else matters anymore, except maybe not getting killed. That would be very great. I am spawning way too many bees, actually. Not good. Gotta dodge the rings. That's all we gotta care about. And unfortunately, there's way too many bees. Ouch. Tension is rising. That was really good, actually. Holy moly. Holy broly. Just gonna take whatever that is. Elemental Specialist. Cool. I don't think I do any elemental damage even now. But it's comforting to have that. I risked my life for this? There we go. What do we got here? Gamble? Risk it even harder? I don't know. I would almost rather guaranteed get some money instead. Or I'd rather guaranteed get something for the money I spend. Of course, we're not at that point yet. Oh, fire rate up. Yes. Do it. Anvil? Can I even? No. Well, yeah, I could, but it's that time bolt again. Why does it keep happening this way? I'll even do the armored enemies. That's probably fine. It's just gonna be armored bees. What's wrong with that? Ding, 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 ding. Wow. All that noise. Does that say Barrage Skull? I've never seen that before. I don't want to find out what he does. That's too scary. Too spooky for all of us. Do-do-do-do-do. It's not taking too much longer to get through all the armor that they've got. So it's kind of good that we're sort of going places with our damage. Ugh. Didn't quite get the jump I wanted. Unfortunately, still doing very slow amounts of damage, though. Come on. Get us through it. There we go. So we have supercharged, yes. Maybe stamina, yes. Okay. I can do a lot of mid-air jump now. More enhancing. I don't care for it. Fire. It'd probably be good to have some kind of elemental stuff, because we don't yet, and I do have something that upgrades the... I can't read that out loud. That's a bad name. But I'll take it. If not, because it's so sexy. Actually, I just realized I do have ice elemental power. So, now I've got both. Fire and ice. I've always liked fire and ice as like an elemental concept for stuff. It's pretty cool. You could almost consider that the duality with the shark and I. The shark is the ice and I am the fire. But I don't know, that's just nerdy, stupid stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mag shot. We're both elemental spirits, you see. Mag shot. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I'll get danger close up too. That sounds fun. Am I fully healed? You would think maybe it'd be a little bit of a bad thing for me to heal at the shops just so I get more money outside of it, but I do want to survive this elite fight. Oh no, the bees! Already through the armor though, so that's a good sign. I can just get these cactuses to blow up while he's right there. Yeah. That looked like it did a thing. Now, Vax was mentioning RPG games. I've played very few of those, to be honest, and I do feel a little bit bad about that. I wish I had played some more. So outside of that, I guess there are a couple that I have played that I really fell in love with. Like Paper Mario, I think is like an all-time favorite. I'm sure would count as that. God, I know I would play Paper Mario for this channel one day. And that's Paper Mario 64, by the way, in case you weren't sure, because I know there's a few of them out there now. I absolutely love that game. It's been a long time too, but I know that that's one that I've certainly had in the back of my mind that I'm gonna someday play for the channel. I don't actually have the game though. Yeptar says I never got into Paper Mario. Not to, I mean, for a game that's probably 25 years old at this point, I would say. That was definitely one of the first games I thought was kind of cool just because I played a lot of Mario games prior to that, just to begin with. And that's the first game that ever really introduced the idea of, what happens when Bowser wins and Mario loses. Because that's how the game starts out. You lose to Bowser in in an unwinnable battle, basically, and you get knocked out of the sky, and you have to level back up from there. But I always thought that was like a really cool kind of thing where it's just like it's a little bit of like an underdog kind of story where you basically just lose really badly and then you gotta come back from below. And there was just a lot of other cool stuff in the game, like all the characters and everything else, visuals and everything else. A whole lot of fun. I really would think it'd be a joy to play that. That and, I mean, Super Mario 64, even though I think visually, if you were to compare the two, obviously Paper Mario looks a lot better. But I don't know, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Of course, I think I would probably... I'm usually saving a lot of titles for, whenever I peak as far as the channel goes, even though I'll probably never know how that's going to go. And it's not going to do that if I don't do anything more on it, but I'm totally saving a game like that for something like that, because I really want to get good at making content to the point where a video involving that game is just as good as I can make. That's kind of the idea behind it. Mainly because I just love that game. It's so much fun. I think I've enjoyed a lot of stuff from the N64, and sadly I didn't get to play that many titles from that console, but from the ones I did, most any of the games I got to play back then I think they'd still hold up as an all-time favorite. That's why you probably end up seeing me play a lot of those one bright shiny day. There's so many good ones. And they all have 64 in the title. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those games right now, so I think that's the biggest thing holding me back. And you think, oh yeah, emulator man, but I don't know. I mean, I do have the console. I just don't have very many of the cartridges right now. So many skulls. Get away from me. I know it's a bit weird for me to talk about a Nintendo 64 game when I'm not even playing on a Nintendo 64 right now. But just thinking out loud, those are some fun ideas for the future that I totally want to do. Like, if I haven't really mentioned games that I really badly want to do around here, that's certainly one of them. And of course, that's going on the nostalgia route, because I know that, for the most part, the stuff I want to do on here is discovering games I never got to play before, but that's a huge exception. I absolutely would rather... I would absolutely rather like to do Paper Mario and a lot of those other 64 games one of these times. There's a new $60 flash cart for N64 for playing backups of the games you have in your attic. We'll totally say that's what happened and I didn't totally sell them all to GameStop. Most questionable decision of my life. Wouldn't ever do it again. Geptar says, I got to play tons since Albertsons had $1 in N64 rentals, I think. So, I mean, of course they still have Albertsons stores around here where I live. I don't really know how big that brand is to begin with, but I will say we didn't really rent, we mostly rented movies for the most part when it came to that store. As far as my childhood goes anyway, but if there isn't anything else I know that store from my childhood, it's whenever they had those, like, 8 for $1 bite-sized candies. So we would just load up on those, and I would have the biggest sugar rush of all time. I'd have, like, a bazillion Jolly Ranchers to screw my teeth up with, and it was a good time, because we would usually do that along with the movie rental, because that was all basically in the same spot in the store. They had all the candy there with the movie rentals, and that was kind of that was basically our alternative, because we could have done Blockbuster, but we pretty much just did that at Albertsons instead. So we would end up taking home, we would basically be borrowing a VHS for a little while, and all the candy we could handle. It didn't happen all the time, so I wasn't completely spoiled rotten, I guess you could say, but we certainly were on the days where that would happen. But it's definitely something I hold dear. It was a lot of fun doing that. Oh yeah, and the selection was pretty big too. That's the other thing. Not only I mean, I always had my favorites, but you could get all kinds of stuff, and it was all 8 for $1. It's definitely something you'd never see. Like, nothing is priced for that amount anymore. I don't think there's a single thing you could get 8 of for $1. This is basically 12-cent candy. Pretty crazy. Harvest. Those are always kind of tricky. Maybe I'll do critical. Yes, Laffy Taffy was like another big one. I would get those a lot of the time. Do you remember those? They probably still sell them too. I haven't had one of those in forever, but they had the watermelon flavor that had like candy seeds in it. And I don't know what would get into my head to the point where I would start eating regular watermelons and thinking that the seeds should taste exactly the same. Those were always pretty good. I seem to remember always getting them from the ice cream man though. Do you have ice cream mans in your neighborhood? Because it feels like another thing that would only ever happen in the 90s anymore. But there is actually one here where I live right now. And for the longest time that was never really the case, but I very recently started hearing one driving around the neighborhood somewhere in the afternoon. I don't know any of those except Kinder Eggs. Well, yeah, very much so, because a lot of the brands I'm mentioning are very much American candies. I don't think they would have had Kinder Eggs. No, they definitely didn't have Kinder Eggs back at that time. I think the only thing close to that would have been like Cadbury cream eggs, and you might be aware of those at the very least, because I know that those are something that you can get just about anywhere. However, I don't think that's something you can get 8 for $1 of. It's a bit much. I think I'm going to do this, because I would... And I have been lucking out on, well, the stuff I get from this. This is actually good, because this is fire rate as well. Are you seeing this? Holy moly, that just... I think I'm plussing. The Tootsie Roll was invented to give to U.S. soldiers in one of the world wars. I mean, it's definitely dated like that too. I guess I never really knew that bit of trivia though. Pretty cool. And those are pretty neat too. Have you ever had the fruity ones of those? You don't find them very often, but I like the cherry kind. They also have the vanilla one, which I think tastes atrocious, but and it's part of the fruity mix too. It doesn't make sense. Vanilla's not a fruit, is it? Someone help? Am I mistaken? Is vanilla an instrument? I definitely need to get my clip size up if I want to actually use this accelerating shot perk. Because unfortunately I don't shoot that often to the point where it's going to actually shoot all that quickly. I'm glad those skulls weren't shooting me at me at the time. Ouch. I think the better question is, what was your favorite movie that you guys would have had rented? I'm trying to think of what mine would have been. Ouch. I'm not sure who it would have been for, because I know that I think that was something that got rented a lot whenever I was with my grandparents. Like if we ever stayed the night there or something like that. But for how many times we rented this movie, I almost think it would have been better if we just bought it. I think it was Oliver and Company. It was like a Disney movie. It had a doggo and a cat in it, I think. I don't know if I'm misremembering totally. Maybe I'm just confusing with Milo and Otis, but we owned that movie. We had that VHS. Yeah, we didn't, but I know that we rented it a few times. And that's kind of the funny thing. You'd reach a point where you totally probably should have just bought that movie because you watched it enough times to actually just justify actually paying the price of owning the VHS, but I broke a nail. Dude. More fire shot, I will take. Not sure it's going to help me in the upcoming fight. Vanilla is a fruit, technically. Actually. I can't believe it. How disappointing. Well, then I guess it's justified, but I still don't like that flavor. I would never think it's the same way you'd think a tomato's a fruit, but everybody would still call it a vegetable. But technically... I think I got that enough when I was working at the Subway, though. Because you'd have the section full of all the vegetables and tomatoes there. So if you're like, do you want veggies? And you point down there and be like, tomato's not a vegetable. You are stupid. And I would say, no. You know what I mean. Here's the orbiting size again. Oh. You know, you would partly not want this just because if you take this, you don't heal as often, and I wouldn't be getting money from it as much. For the sake of survival, it's probably a good thing, but I'm going to take efficiency at least. And probably this. Maybe I'll just mad upgrade it to death. I've been using that phrase a lot today. Bullseye? Let's do more snake shot. Mace shot, I guess, but if I'm not fighting the giant ant, then that could be a problem. So I'm pretty much only buying stuff that's effective against the boss now. Or at least I should be. I'll take the ice aura. Why not? Got a lot of extra health to fill up now. Unfortunately, I don't get money for it. Isn't it a bean that gets scraped or something? I mean, I figured the thing that makes a fruit is the fact that it has seeds. So... but I don't know. Be gone, King Skull! I actually am not fighting the ant, by the way, but I think it'll be fine. All will be well. I just need to airstrike this guy constantly. Sadly, it hasn't really proved as effective as I was hoping it was going to, by the way. I'm getting a lot of money from healing, though, or at least good amounts. I don't know if a lot is the right term to use. Youch. I think I was able to dodge that. I might have taken damage, though. I'm not sure. Didn't dodge that. Almost there. Okay, I'm just gonna wait back here. You're mean. Bombs? Oh no, now they're everywhere. Get them away. Yes, be gone, frightening skull. We have done it. I'll take this key. My searches say it's both a fruit and a bean. My searches say it's everything. It's a fruit, a vegetable, it's a bread. It's everything you want it to be, all in one. Vanilla, the wonder fruit. Oh yeah. Blue and red tiger, as if they don't already have a million of those. But great, we did it. Achievement number 2. Okay, so we only have one more set of achievements to do, and that's to get this katana. So let's do it. My power shall be ginormous. Whoa, okay, so it's a movement type thing. It takes forever to use, too. You just do one spin, and that's about it. Very interesting. How should I pair up this katana? I'm not sure what weapon I should use. My staff. Marksman rifle is also a really good one too. Not sure I should do it. Laser cannons are also busted. Sniper rifle. Okay, we'll do it. It's a bit tough. Now I've got my sniper and my katana. I truly am from the interweb. But can he no-scope? Bang. Alright. Marksman versus sniper. Well, marksman is way better. 100 times better. But it's mostly a fire rate thing, I believe. I mean, you can always try and build to improve your fire rate with the sniper, but it's kind of tricky. But we'll do it. I know they also add this scope, probably since the last time I played this on stream. It never used to be like that. You usually just... It would zoom a little bit, but you wouldn't have a scope there, and you didn't even zoom as much with this weapon. It's kind of different now. Hiya! I will at least use this katana for grabbing crystals. That's about all I can do. Heal at the start or regenerator. Okay, so I might go with chaotic explosion here. The other two might not be great for a sniper. I don't think I want to mess with the accuracy any more than I already would, so we're just gonna do that. Unfortunately, this makes my grenades very inaccurate now, but that's the best I could choose from with those options. Gotta watch out for this guy. I guess that was a hit, but it didn't look like it at first. Oh wait, I still have the air raid. Whoopsie. I don't know if I would have done that. I would have been just as happy with sticking with my with my ordinary grenade. But that's fine. Here, I'll use my katana for once. Hiya! Very cool. You either fight from very far or very close. Yeah, it's just like Halo Shoddy Sniper, except this isn't a shotgun. Although I'd like that to be a... I'll make that my melee, just a shotgun, right? Seems to make sense to me. Look, streamer loot. It makes enough sense that we should pick this. Unfortunately, I still get no immediate benefit from all this stuff. Upgrade or flawless? I'll take a chance, but these flawless runs haven't been going very well for me. I mean, of course, all I gotta do is just keep my distance. As long as I don't let him get too close, I should be able to get a flawless out of this. There we go. That's all we need. All we need. Reloading. Yeah, but they should have like a little chipmunk voice of the crab saying, reloading. Blind fire? Spread. Most everything wants me to ruin my accuracy. Reloading damages and knockback nearby enemies. I guess that's useful in a build where I'm trying to shoot from far away. Time claws. Ultra shot's probably good. Uppercut might be fine, but I don't shoot frequently enough for the 5th shot to really be that impactful, so I guess we'll go with ultra shot. Reloading. Bang. Yeah. That was great until I almost got exploded. Definitely want to go for the grubs when they're all in groups like this. Did you play Sonic games? You would not believe. So I want to say that, I mean, especially as a kid, and it's probably because of the cartoons for the most part, but as a kid, I just loved most anything to do with Sonic. So it goes without saying that, yes, I totally played the games. And that's another bit of nostalgia that you'd likely see from me. Sonic CD is another title that I would probably save for, you know... Oh, hey, who put that there? What? Why did I make that noise? Brr. Thank you for the glowing spark shot. You would not believe how into Sonic I was. I loved, like... It had an impression on me, too. I just loved being, you know, I loved running around as a kid and going really, really fast. So it'd make enough sense that it was kind of because of that sort of thing. But yes, Sonic CD is, I think, the game that really started that up for me, despite the fact that I had seen other Sonic games. But as soon as I got the chance to play my own Sonic game, I was very into it. Granted, of course, I haven't played nearly as much of it as you would expect, though. Of the titles I had, I really loved it, but many of the newer Sonic games, like Adventure, and mostly anything forward from that, I'd say I didn't really play very much of. You guys know I did play Sonic Mania, and I enjoyed that about as much because it was basically, like, it was based on Sonic CD, and I absolutely loved that. Did you have it on a Sega console or PC? Yeah, I didn't do it right. I did it all on PC. I never had a Sega console, like any of them, unfortunately. So I guess in that way, it feels a little bit wrong because I never got the chance to do that. But I at least played it in the best way that I could. Any of the games we ever had was on either a PC or a PlayStation 1 when I was a kid. So. You couldn't get Sonic on the PlayStation. That was really the only other way I could do it. Why are all these things shy? Oh, maybe it's because of the streamer loot? Maybe. Hi, Irish Kana. Gots to go fast. But I'll spit out some of the titles I played when I was a kid. I played Sonic 3, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles quite a bit. Loved those. I had Sonic 3D Blast. That was kind of fun. Maybe not my most favorite one, but it was fun too. What else do we have? I guess mainly I'm thinking of the stuff that was in that GameCube collection. And I think the only one from that I didn't get to play as a kid was like that Mean Bean Machine. That's not even a Sonic game. That's a Robotnik game. I was looking at who was live. It's true. And we haven't been live in a millennium. But here we are. Thanks for coming in. Since this game got updated, I thought, heck, I'll come back and play this. How come I can't afford anything? I guess I could if I picked this up. I'll take a mango, sure. Vaxel has been following for 6 years. Follow age broke. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like that's just always been something you can't rely on anymore. Although it works well for Irish Kana, but I don't know. Unless you unfollowed for the meme like a lot of people did that one time, then I'm not sure what the problem could be. I'm probably really going to struggle against this boss based on what my loadout is right now. But I'll do my... Whoa, never mind. That bomb did something. Never mind. It's super effective. Let's give him another. As long as he just stands there, it should be fine. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. I didn't think it was going to. Let's give him one more. It hit... Okay, great. Fine, back to the sniper then. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna finish him off with the katana. Are you ready? Go! That didn't kill him, okay. One more pass. I don't care if I'm dying. There we go. Very worth it. I'm only halfway dead. Katana only? Yeah, could you imagine? Because getting close to those guys is not a good idea. Mango it is. Yes, very ouch. It did not feel good. Split shot could be great. I think I'll do it. I'm going to sell this key. Now I have to hope I don't die because my health is already kind of low. I do regenerate a little bit. This is a pretty good map to snipe on. The most unfortunate thing is the fact that my damage really isn't there. You can kind of notice it. Now that we've already converted to this other island. Mostly because I don't have much of anything to scale it with. So in that way, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So hopefully we find some good pickups. I mean, I think it's partly because I went out of my way to pick up some stuff that doesn't really benefit us all too early. Like the streamer loot thing. Bouncing shot. There's a really low chance of hitting anything when the shots are bouncing around with this. Zigzag? Good grief. These are not good. Okay, well, I'll just go with uppercut then. At least my 5th shot will be incredible. Let's keep going random, I suppose. Another one. Ooh. Why did it aim there? I guess it could help on a boss. You mean the 5th shot? Mostly. It's like I said before, though. It takes forever to get to your 5th shot on this weapon. And that's just generally, because I have had some runs where you can basically turn this thing into a machine gun, but you need to have incredibly good fire rate. Unfortunately, that's not what we're finding right now, though. Be gone! Here's Mr. Skullman. Great. And here's the other thing too, because I was very cautious about about planning this stream today, because it seems like anytime I've ever planned one, it never seemed to work out. You guys might have noticed in the Discord I was giving you guys a letter each, well, I guess you could say 8 hours all the way up until the last minute, but the thing that I was most worried about was I started feeling pretty sick last night, and I was very worried. I thought, oh no, that figures that as soon as I plot this stream out, I'm going to start feeling sick. And I thought it was going to stay that way. I was lying awake in bed feeling kind of rotten. I thought it was going to carry over into the morning, but I feel better. It wasn't so bad. But I was really hoping that it wasn't going to interfere with the stream. I'm glad I at least got to come out today, because it seems like a lot of things have interfered as of late. And it's always a pleasure to come back here to stream. Blue. It's a sick stream, though. In the good way or the bad way? Oh no, how did I instantly get frozen? So here's the thing, too. I know that I've said this on a few different stream occasions, and I mostly still don't have any ideas, so any input would be appreciated, but I've still very much wanted to come on to stream playing games I've never gotten to try before, because that's a big angle of this channel, is discovering games and stuff. And I'm sure that there are some games in my library that people have gifted me that I just never got the chance to play yet. So if that's any of you guys, I'm sure that there's, like, between Vaxel and Crete, I at least for Vaxel I'm pretty sure, but if any of you guys actually gifted a game that you guys want to see me play, I don't want that to go to waste. I think for the most part the only reason why I wouldn't stream a game that somebody would have asked me to, as far as game gifts go, is if I'm saving it for like a YouTube Let's Play or something, because I usually like to do those for the first time if I haven't done so already. I usually want to save my first plays for that. So if it's a game I picked out for something like that, then I probably won't. But otherwise, if it's a game I just don't know anything about, I'm willing to give it a shot so long as I'm allowed to and have access to. I thought of gifting the new Oregon Trail game. I did already do Oregon Trail on a YouTube video, but besides that seems interesting. I don't know what's different about it. Is it like a reskin, an updated version, or perhaps it's not anything to do with Oregon Trail? I don't know, but I probably shouldn't have chosen this particular challenge, but then again, I do still have the airstrike, so I guess it's doing something. What in the world? Hooray! They're all dead! So here, this is the best I can think of off the top of my head, because I am not very... my memory's just really bad as far as it comes. I think Vaxel gifted me a game called Regular Human Basketball. Was that you, Vaxel? I don't know. I don't even know if that's a game that would be good on stream. I'm trying to think, though. It kind of has the decisions from Death Road to Canada. I guess I get what you mean. I was going to say at first, well, of course, because Death Road is basically inspired by Oregon Trail, but I guess I could understand that. Close range, I don't... My choices this run have definitely been more difficult. They're not as good. Beep, 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 beep. Hiya. I think there's another game in my library. I'm just thinking of other ones that are in my library right now that might have been gifted to me, but I don't know. Mostly by whom. I don't think it will show me. Unless there's a way to check that. But I think one of the reasons why I'm asking, too, is because if one of you guys actually gifted me a game, I want to make sure that you guys are actually there to see me play it, if I actually were to do so. So I'd almost arrange a time just so that you can actually watch the stream too, because I wouldn't want you to miss out on something you actually, you know, went out of your way to, you know, give to me. I really appreciate those kinds of things. It's not something you see happen every day. And partly because I'm sure that some of those games were gifted so that you could see them on the stream. Granted, some of these gifts were probably from years ago too, but the fact still remains. Fire sniping? I guess. I could do poison, but... not sure, but probably some meme games containing shark or morph in the name. Otherwise, I have to remember for more serious games. If you could, because I absolutely would like to try... I mean, I'm more than willing to do games that are meme-y anyway. Because I'm sure that's a fun angle to take as well. But besides that, though, I'm going to gamble for it. There we go. It's only a perk that has to do with armor that I don't have. I know that Darkness gave me a game called Evil Morph because because it has morph in the title, so figures. But I almost have to imagine that both he and I both don't know what that game has anything to do with anything. I'm not sure what that's about. Aerial shot could be good because sometimes I do a floaty kind of sniper shot. Usually want to be airborne in this game anyway. Did anyone give you Morph Vox? I don't know, maybe. I know that you gave me Face Rig, and I haven't ever used that, despite the fact that it probably would work on this stream more than any other. I know that has nothing to do with either of those names that we mentioned, but... oh, it's the Elite. Where's the Elite? Hello? Oh no, it's back here, and it's the terrible lightning crab. This is a very scary boss to fight oftentimes, by the way. I would hope that the airstrike is at least as good on this guy. Okay, yes. Very good on this guy. The same as everybody else. Oh no. Can you believe? I would never have imagined that thing could do so much damage. Vagsel says, I think I gifted you Evil Morph. You want all the credit. Maybe it could have been. I thought that was Darkness, but if you did that, then I guess that makes sense because it has Morph in the title, but I just didn't know if that would have been a move anybody would have done. Well, how about, do you want me to... well, I don't know. Does that sound like a game that I should be playing on, like, Halloween? I don't know. I guess there are a lot of games that would probably fit that category, but Halloween doesn't happen that often, so I probably shouldn't limit myself that way, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that game. Max health increased. Multiplier increased by 3% after each island. Or valued customer. I don't have any relics yet. Maybe I'll go with that. Shotgun blast with my sniper. Shoddy sniper. It's perfect. I will do it. I haven't been looking out for hidden chests. Maybe I probably should be. There aren't any here though. At least it doesn't look like it. I missed. Holy moly, run away. Oop. I think the only other thing I can think of that might have been from you, Vagsel, is a game called, I think it's called The Beholder. I hadn't looked too deep into that game to begin with. I don't know if that's what you would consider a serious game request either. Or a gift, or whatever word you could come up with for that, but haven't really looked into that. I don't know if that's a game worth playing as well. Could even be a Let's Play kind of thing. Elite. Without thinking, go! It's that nasty skull. I'm actually doing a lot of damage to him right now without that air bomb. I missed him. It's kind of the trouble with him moving around a lot. That's okay. Vaxel says, I gifted you Night in the Woods. I I kept telling myself that was a game gift that Fluffy did as well, but I guess I'm wrong about that too. Shoot. I don't know. I guess I just... It's better if I don't even assume anymore. I have no idea. I have to be, like, completely 100% sure that somebody gifted me something in order to know for sure, because I was so sure that that was Fluffy. Huh. This War of Mine. I remember that one. I'm sure that you were part of that channel too. Didn't you watch Josiah play that? Because I did. I remember that being a cool looking game. I didn't see very much of it, but we're going for this this shop ring, by the way. Superpower the shops. Already seen two. Okay, well I can say I already know for a fact that you did that. I'm 100% sure about that part. And we did play, wasn't it Everything is Mayo? I'm pretty sure that we did that one already. That was a stream we did. There's another one that I know I didn't play yet. The other Mayo game. I can't remember what it's called. I have some keys in my backlog. What do you mean, keys? If you're talking about gifting more games, you totally don't have to. I've already got a lot I've already got a lot to worry about as far as games I need to catch up on. You can if you want to, but I totally wouldn't recommend so much because I already know there's a ton that I should play. Yeah, it was called My Name is Mayo. I think that game had a sequel, which I don't know. I know that was given to me because of my pure distaste for the stuff, but that's an option though. I mean, I doubt that's a shooter game, so it fits. I could very well do that the next time. It would just be a grave displeasure to even have anything to do with that. I will say though that if it's anything like that other Mayo game that I played though, I imagine it's probably incredibly short because we didn't have as much to do with that other Mayo game, and I'm not sure if that's true for the one that's that we're talking about now. So I probably have to have more than one thing to do for that stream, unless we want it to be like 20 minutes long. It wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Keep. My no-scopes are weak. Just kidding, no they're not. Ow. Oh, Diffire. No more Diffire. Ooh, living on the edge. Blam. Yeah, I'd have to take another look at my library as well. But I'm just going by memory as far as some of the stuff that I remember seeing that I figured, yeah, that'd probably be fine. It was, especially because it might have been a game gift. There's a few in there, totally. I know that there's a couple that Radiant had given me as well, too, so there's also that. Of course, I don't think I've seen Radiant in a little while on D-Channel. I think that's the way I've gotten a lot of my game gifts, actually, but even so... In fact, I'm pretty sure one that would fit that... I think Chrono Trigger would have been one of them. That sounded interesting, and I think that's another one that would have been, you know, one you would play on the Genesis, but of course, you know, in regular fashion, I'm doing it on the PC. So, great. I really want the fire shot more. Okay. Another relic. But of course, never played Chrono Trigger, so I wouldn't know about it. Some duplicate keys I have from bundles. It wouldn't cost me anything. I'd rather have someone get them. Oh, okay. Well, that all depends on you, of course. I mean, if you know somebody that would absolutely love whatever game keys that you have, then totally save it for them. But if you truly don't know what to do with them, and you think maybe it would make a good video... I mean, heck, it could even be the next thing that I do. I don't know. You can always let me know. But otherwise, you totally don't have to. Like, you guys already support me way more than I could ever ask for to begin with. And that's even being the deadbeat dad streamer that I have been, you know. I can't even think of a better word for it right now, but that's probably the best way I could describe it. I just have been so absent from the channel lately that it just feels, it's a real big feels bad. But I don't know, if you find something that you would totally be like, yes, I want to see that on the Shark channel, then totally. I just have to hope it's not a game that I already would have wanted to play on a video that I'm saving, because that's the only thing I could think of that would get in the way of it. But I would explicitly just say, no, I'm saving that for a video or something. Otherwise, let's see, reloading. Reloading would be good with this weapon. Or the store. I never really care about the extra portals. Those aren't as much of a big deal to me. Sorry, I know there's no camera so you can't see, but hydrate break. I need it. I don't think I've used my voice this much as of late, and I'm already feeling it. It's a very regular occurrence. Anytime that I don't stream for a really long time, my voice starts to go immediately because I haven't been I usually never use it that much, and that's, I think that's a little bit of credence to what I've talked about in the past. I'm not a very talkative person in person. I really only, this is kind of my outlet for that, is just doing anything on the Shark channel. And I think that's one reason why I miss doing this stuff the most, is because this is kind of where my voice goes, you know. And that, I guess I mean that in more than one way. Like, I literally burn it out for this, but on top of that, I'm not used to talking all that much. This is the place where it happens. Let's see. Oh, there's a greed perk here I could buy. Hashtag just chatting. Oh yeah, we could just play that game, as if I haven't already done that. Limited loot. We've had this every other run, right? Should I just take it again on principle? More crystals drop when eliminating enemies, but the amount of loot choices in chests is reduced. Time bolt. This one's okay with the sniper. I'd be willing to take it. I'll even take the starting heals. Ooh. The rocket jumping. Could you imagine though? Because this would probably work with the air raid thing. Should I do it just for the fun of it? I kind of want to, especially because I don't have that many relics right now. Let's see if it works. I'm willing to try it. I'm gonna see if this thing sends me into the sky. Go! Launch me! Wow! Hooray! To the sky! Well, it definitely works. In a wild way, too. Alright, let's see if it helps me against the boss. I wouldn't want to do that where there's a bunch of cliffs everywhere, but... Hey, you up there. Come down. I can fly, I can fly, I can die. Take me to space! Okay, I didn't get very far. Run away! Not like this. Whoa, I was gonna dodge that, but I didn't. I'm unfortunately missing with my airstrike. Huh, okay, maybe the damage is falling off for that, but these guys aren't getting hit as hard on the airstrikes anymore. The good news is my sniper is improving a little bit, so I'm actually able to do something to this boss without having to use the airstrike. Have another. I think I missed him, though. Oi. That'll do it. Great. Brr, 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 brr. I think my Discord just bothered me about something. I don't know what it is. Bother, bother, bother. Damage. I could use more flat damage, I guess. Sure. And then I'll do the... This is the kind of build where you would want Bullseye, but I don't know if I can really one-shot things. It's me probably, you can check later. What have you done? I could. Like I was saying, this is probably going to be the last run I do for the day. It's probably fitting because I know that this would at least be a little bit of a shorter stream, but I'm already feeling some strain in my voice. It's kind of rough. I'd say that's one big reason why I gotta be more frequent and consistent with the stuff I do here, is so that my voice doesn't feel as badly as I do it. It's kind of like working out, you know? If you don't work out over a long period of time, and then you finally come back to it, you start getting sore all over the place. And I guess my voice kind of handles it the same way. What in the world? You there? Whoa. Nice. It's time to hit the gym. Well, actually, I badly need to do that too. That's something else I've been very behind on. But that's the trouble. It can be very overwhelming to just suddenly, you know, try doing all these different things out of nowhere without, you know, forming that habit. Sadly, that's a little bit of why I don't stay as consistent with stuff. Silver lining. Damage increase each time you take damage greater than 5% of your max health. They definitely nerfed some things in here, because that was one of them. This used to be every time you take damage, but I guess that's a bit too much. That might still be good, but it's funny that that's what it is now. Dun, 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 dun. To the sky! I guess I have to actually time my jumps with that, because it's not working so good. And I got trapped in front of an ant and took every last blast they had. Ding! Seems like all that thing does now is just launch the enemies at me. It's not good. I'm stuck. Well, unfortunately, that seems to be the way that I handle it. What Yeptar said in the chat was, let's do all the things we've been neglecting all at once. Unfortunately... I mean, I guess that's what being motivated sort of does to you. You know, if you suddenly get a burst of motivation to go do something, you'll want to just do everything. Which doesn't really work all that well. I wish that's how it worked, but it's not. What? Boing, boing. Arcane shot. I've always been a sucker for that. It's always been pretty good. These ants have been pretty bad. I've got to get rid of those as quickly as I can. Boing. Okay, I just did that to myself. Whoa. I'm very focused at the moment. I think in part because this run has seemed like it's proven a bit more difficult. The sniper on its own is a little bit tougher to use. Absolutely. But even, I think, further from that, it's become even more challenging because I'm not really finding as good of items as I had the other two runs. I'd say definitely the very first one, we got strong very quickly. I was neglecting watching Sharkade stream. I mean, always and forever, I've been just telling myself I've been neglecting doing it, and it's the worst thing. I don't even mind if, because I mean, I know you guys have your own stuff going on, so it's. I mean, obviously, you guys can't catch every single thing that I do, whether it's a video or a stream or whatever else. But if I don't hold up my end, then nothing happens here. So. I definitely feel the sting from not doing the stuff. We'll fix it, though. I think the only thing that I regret, like, even if I were to try and make this channel happen, like, now, more so than before anyway, I picked kind of the worst time to do it because, usually around the winter time, it'll often be much easier to do things in my room because it won't be crazy hot or anything else. The weather's usually very nice. It's always cool, and oftentimes if it's really cold outside, I mean, it's California, how cold can it get? But, I mean, supposing that, you know, it's a very, very cold day outside, then my computer's just warming me up, and it's great. But, right now, it's the opposite of that. And it's only just starting to warm up that way, so it's kind of tragic. But I mean, even if that's what's going on, I got to at least try and stay motivated. Cold goading, trick shot. So that's interesting because this would make it where I would do more damage if I actually did no scope. But I'm not very often doing that, so I don't know if I want to take it. Alright, give me the gold. I'd get it, but my window faces with the street, and we got an HOA. Oh, it says, just gotta grab that Medea U window AC from Costco. So I guess my window doesn't face the neighborhood or anything like that, but there is an HOA here too. So that's always nice. However, I suppose maybe that would be an option because my room doesn't really, you know, it's not as visible from the neighborhood. It just faces the back streets where everybody goes racing all the time. So I'm taking a lot of damage, but I guess the good news is I'm getting more damages for it, or I'm upgrading my damage for doing it. These poison crabs are really messing me up, though. Gotta get rid of them. Oh no, not to fire, not good, not good. Cool. Took care of that. But yeah, I had considered something like that, I guess, but I mean, I don't know, it'd be a lot to put one of those things in. Of course, this is on like the second story as well. Seems like it'd be a whole lot. I mean, we do have AC here otherwise, but my room usually needs it a lot more. The rest of the house usually stays pretty cool compared to mine. This might have all been stuff we discussed before, though. Maybe I could take this. Now my air bomb will be a little bit more frequent. What a time for that to happen, because this run's just about over. Boop. Gain 513 crystals, but lose 50%. It used to be 20 or 10 or something. Yeesh. Man. They really want you to pay for it. I'm gonna reset this, and I guess that's all I get to do. I'm gonna take that now because, well, I already have one, but fire ring, but ice no longer has any effect. Do I even have ice? I don't think I do. So I could be justified in taking this, especially because I do have a fire elemental shot. You know what? I'll do it. I'm gonna grab the extra money over here, and I'll take it. I don't think I'd have enough health here to really justify taking another one of these, because I probably wouldn't regen it fast enough. But let's just get through this. This is gonna be the hardest thing to do, I'm sure, but we might be able to make it happen. Go! Fire the nuke! Ow! That did a little bit. Something you might not have noticed, unless maybe you played this game enough, whenever we're up against these final bosses... Hello? I'm going to shoot you in your silly eye. Oh. Ow. Once we get him down to about half health or so, I mean, as you can kind of see it, he starts spawning other minions as well. I believe he puts out the max amount of them as soon as he reaches half, though. Of course, it'd be really weird if that weren't the case right now, because he only threw one of them at me. And that's not normal. I mean, he's been very stuck this entire fight, though, so that's also not normal. Oh, there they come. Oh! Yipe. I'm getting knocked around. Bam. We have done it. Very cool. That's something else too, because we didn't ever encounter it, but sometimes I build around this. There's a greed perk that upgrades, I think, your max health or something else similar to that, but you take fall damage, and the rocket jump thing would be the worst thing for that. We did it. We win. Achievement. Hooray. Da 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 da. There we go. We got my cold skin back. Hooray. All achievements get again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yay. Feels good, man. Alright, awesome. Oh, we did what I set out to do. It was a little bit of a low bar to clear because I don't know, it's just, it doesn't seem like the higher difficulty is all that bad. Like the Ultra Chaos one over here can be pretty messy. But once you get a foothold in these difficulties, you do pretty well. It's only when you turn on all these terrible modifiers over here that you really start having trouble, because the game gets really hard then. There's just so much goofy stuff in here. Like, losing your max HP is a small thing, but you just take a bunch of extra damage, unfair bosses, things like that. Locking the slots so that you can't have all the items like I got up to. Yeah, it's basically just like that. It's like all skulls on for Halio. And in order to get these other weapons I've just unlocked up to the diamond status, like you see there, I would have to do the all modifiers on. But I'm not going to do that today. I might even do that offline, maybe. I'm not sure if people would find it entertaining for me to fail repeatedly at that multiple times. Especially because I've done a lot of shooter game type things, but yeah. I don't know, here, you guys haven't gotten to see me in a little while, so I'll just pop in and say hello this way. Because I haven't had my, I haven't had that other camera on, so... Sup? So, I'm sure I'll be back soon. It's going to be a couple days at the very least, because I know I'm not going to be here on Friday or Saturday. I hope we get some more stuff going on, though. It'd be a lot of fun to get some more content out. I really want to get those video series finished so I can make brand new YouTube video things. I'm held up on that because I'm changing up a few of the graphics and the shark, of course, because I've got, you know, newer Sharky here, so... Pay no attention to the man behind the puppet, and here he is. But yeah, in order to stay consistent, I've been having the older Sharky on the videos that I'm putting out right now, because that's how I'm consistently doing it for the series. But anyways, yeah, I think that's enough for today. I had a great time. Hope you guys did too. We'll be back for some other games. They won't be shooters, I promise. And it might be a game maybe Vaxel had had given me from before. We'll see. If I can find something, I will. But in the meantime, I just gotta try and get back on the Sharkade grind. So you'll see me again soon. I'll be in the Discord otherwise, though, and you guys can chat with me there. But other than that, I guess it's time to go. Till next time, everybody. Catch you guys later. So long. See ya.